And welcome to EquinEdge Live. I'm Scotty McKeever from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And we have a mandatory pick six payout today over at Gulfstream Park. That starts in race number 6. We're covering Laurel Park. That's coming up in about 23 minutes from now, as well as Woodbine. So we've got 3 tracks for you. Good to see everybody. Van, what up, my man Dan? Scotty in the house. Jeff, Anthony, Jay. What's up, Jay Ellingsworth? Joe, them in there. Yeah, mandatory payout. It's going to be good. Gary, what up, Gary? I'm feeling good today. It's going to probably be about a 3-hour show today, so it won't be as long. It is my birthday's Sunday. Anna's birthday was yesterday, so we're celebrating tonight. So what's up, Sully? Everybody in the house. John, what up, John? Of course we're covering Woodbine. Of course we're covering Woodbine. James, what up? Chuck, hello. I miss you guys. I really do. Admittedly, I've been really struggling with my handicapping. So just tread lightly until maybe we get on a roll. It wasn't a bad week last weekend, but I struggled even after the show. I lost a little bit. So I don't like when that happens. So I always preach that you have to back off. And so Brad's the best, isn't he, John? He is. Thank you so much. Thank you, James. Thank you, guys. So we do have Gulfstream Park coming up. I did do the Hippica show with Pasquale and Alfredo a few minutes ago, which got cut off. I don't know. Some sort of electrical charge hit my computer. I don't know what the heck happened. But so I did handicap the late pick 5. I kind of like it, but I liked yesterday, and my horse didn't run. So we'll see. I just, you just got to keep on hanging in there until it turns. But this is about the coldest I've been in probably a couple of years, to be honest with you. But I never give up and try to figure it out. And I'm trying to, I'm looking at things in a way that obviously are wrong, and that happens. And sometimes, you have to reflect and look back and go, okay, what am I doing wrong? So I'm not really entirely sure. When you look at the race and all the horses look the same to you, that's kind of been the way it's been with me a little bit. So we have short-term memories. Okay. Hi, Catherine. How are you? So, but it really comes down. Thank you, Dan. Thank you so much. Everybody, thank you so much. So hopefully we can get on a roll. And, what sucks is that for new people that watch, they see this and they think it's a reflection on EquinEdge. And that bothers me. That bums me out. And so that's a drag. And then I had one person make a comment on YouTube about, because I did get my butt kicked, and I can see when if somebody doesn't know, they they can look at that in a negative light, and so I have to do a better job of that. So I don't want to be sitting here on the show and losing a bunch of money, but and last week I actually won a bunch of money, but sometimes I think this hopefully that. Well, you guys know me, but I wear my heart on my sleeves. I am who I am. I win, I lose. I do both. It's not, but I have to be more responsible when it comes to a reflection of EquinEdge for sure. So I'm going to try to do that. You'll see a little bit of that. I'm not going to gamble today. As a matter of fact, I don't think I've gambled for a week now since last weekend, because I was so mad at myself. And it wasn't that we didn't have horses last week. We actually did. I just didn't bet very well. And that's part of it. Thank you, Gary. Thank you so much, Catherine, too. So, the reason I bring this up is because I just think it's important to be transparent, all of us, and that we struggle, all of us, even myself, and that we try to figure out and go, okay, how do we do this together, and how do we learn together? I know that there's going to be a big relaunch. The good news is you guys are going to be ecstatic about it. The bad news, it could be towards the end of the year. So we're not just doing like 2 or 3 things. We're literally revamping the entire website with all new products, things like that. So we could have released like one thing every 2 weeks or something like that. And I decided, you know what? I want to do a complete relaunch because, we originally did a soft launch. And so some of the people that come in, they look and they go, oh, okay, well, it's not there yet. I'll come back at a later date. So I decided that we would do a relaunch and it'd be that way. So So just keep in mind that I'm not that hot right now. It doesn't, but all of us, you guys have EquinEdge. All of us are making our own decisions on the betting. It doesn't mean we don't have the horses, because we absolutely do have the horses. But like, you look at a race like race number 1, the top win percentage is only 20%. I mean, I looked at this race just for a little bit, and it's freaking tough. And it really comes down to all of us, like, each of us betting right. And sometimes, like last week, I noticed a bunch of you hit even when I didn't win, but we talked about the horses. So just remember, this is a subjective tool, EquinEdge, and it comes down to making the right decisions on the betting. And one other comment I want to make that was posed by this woman on YouTube, and she's saying I go away from the system. What does that mean? That's the one area where she's wrong. And what I mean by that is these are subjective tools. Even the EE picks are subjective tools. There's nothing on here that says we have to follow and bet the 9 horse and bet the 3. So that's a comment that she made. Maybe watching me lose last week didn't look so good. Not good for the image. Fair. But to say that I'm not, like, all of us are going to play something different as we look at these tools. So that comment is wrong. She just doesn't understand EquinEdge. So, all right. That being said, got that out of the way. Let's just look at a pick 5 real quick. Again, I already did a pick 5 in the late pick 5 that we can adjust as well. We'll look at that, but let's just throw $80 in here and let's see what we can find. That's right. I did have that horse though, Anthony, didn't I? Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I really thank you guys. I really appreciate that. More importantly, to be honest with you, I'm a handicapper, and like when we first created this, believe me, the original team only wanted to use this for gambling for ourselves. It would have been a lot cheaper. And I'm like, no, I really want to change the game. I want to bring this to the public. Believe me, that was a big decision that I made. I don't think I really fully understood the extent of that decision, honestly, because when you get into software development, it just keeps going and going. Like, you think something's going to be done in a month and it takes 5 months. So it's a lot tougher. So sorry we haven't got stuff done faster, but we had a complete change in the team. Aside from Brad, of course, we had a complete change in the team, and then we had way bigger ideas and way different plans. So we went away from the marketing. No more. The only thing we're doing on marketing is some social media, and Lexi, my daughter, is doing that with Anna. And other than that, it's literally the entire focus is product and real time, making sure things update fast. Okay, so that's you guys are what you see now and love is nothing compared to what's coming. That's the one area I'll promise you, but it's going to take a little bit of time. We did hire, I will tell you this, we did hire 2 new developers that started about a month ago, and they're really coming along nicely. So 2 new developers is going to really help us build things much, much faster, but Brad's had to train them. And the training, actually, what it does is when you're training software developers, you actually slow down. So you're actually doing less work because Brad's had to spend more time training them, and they're not building anything yet. So supposedly in the next week, they're going to start actually making stuff and building stuff, which means all these ideas I have are going to start just going to get built. So anyways, okay. Enough of the preaching. The system is using the 3 and the 9. That's the top EquinEdge picks. You can see, I mean, to handicap this race in a minute, it's just going to be too tough. So what I will do is see if there's anything that stands out that maybe we can just lean towards and then maybe single. At Gulfstream Park, what's really important to note is the 9 and 10 post, literally like anywhere from the 9 and out on one turn at Gulfstream Park dirt, they only win 3.8% of the time. So maybe we take a risk and go like this in the 9 and 10, even though it's EquinEdge's top pick, and you cover something like this. Believe it or not, the one post and the 2 post win a ton. So maybe something like this. We just throw that out just because of the post position, regenerate. Something like that.
The horses are at the gate.
All right, so the horses are at the gate.
Now post time.
And
lining up and moving in for race number 1, where we have a deep and competitive field of maiden claimers.
I mean, if you feel like gambling, maybe something like this is not the worst ticket in the world.
Antonio Sato has Edgar Zayas in the tack. He's a clear favorite. There's certainly a battle after that.
The one does have a big pace advantage, but I didn't like the one.
Racing campaign this season for trainer Ralph Nix.
I thought the 5 horse was the horse to beat. And the 6 horse is training very nicely for the first start. I noticed that as well. So maybe something like this.
Freddie's Music and Ghost Fighter.
But this first leg, you guys, is really tough. And I wouldn't be surprised if the EquinEdge long shot wins as well. So, but I did think this first time starter, the 6 horse Dream Knight, had to be used. So, all right, let's just watch this race and see what happens. 3, 7, or 9 would be good.
Second choice here at 7-2. Silver Mat, Inowel Beato to the outside gate. The Rainbow 6 is a must-go scenario here today. It starts with race number 6. The tracks are fast, and we're set for a start.
What's up, Michael?
Racing at Gulfstream. From the center, follow QTR.
Both the 3 and 9 broke good.
Speed Baby has speed. Voice of Now won't be far away. And Broadway Ruckus trying
that EquinEdge long shot's running really good, the 7.
From behind the speed, it's Ghost Fighter together with Freddie's Music and the favorite Poetic Code.
Jay, you like the 5? 5-2, running good.
Who's toward the rail third last. Second last is Papa Charles. And Silver Mat is last of all as Warp Speed Baby is in front. Warp Speed Baby completes the opening quarter, 2 better than follow QTR in second. Voice of Now under a stronghold while racing in
what up, Niraj?
This is Freddie's Music. Wide on the course and Cynic. Down at the rail, that's Ghost Fighter.
It's nighttime over there.
Poetic Code is racing together with Shipwreck.
Well, we're glad you're joining us.
2 lengths back to the trailers.
Good morning, Carl.
And at the back of the field is Papa Charles. They make their way 5 furlongs from the finish. Warp Speed Baby has been in front from the outset and maintains control. Vasquez lets out a notch on follow QTR to keep his position while flanking the leader in second. Voice of Now is now third. Rios moving Freddie's Music into a tracking spot. He's now into 4th.
9 is running nicely. So is the 3 for that matter. 5 looks to be struggling. 7 looks to be struggling to me. Now 9's struggling a little bit. I think the 3's running best right now.
With less than 5/16 to go. Warp Speed, baby.
But the 1 could have a lot of horse left.
QTR is second.
But I like the way the 3's running right now.
Voice of Now on the outside. Poetic Code and Silver Matter next. And they're at the top of the stretch. Warp Speed, baby.
Going to have to get through on the rail.
And now 2 on top. Follow QTR second. Freddie's Music and Voice of Now are next. With an 1/8 of a mile to go. Warp Speed, baby, has a kick and has put him away. Voice of Now tries to rally into second with follow QTR.
It's going to be 1, 5, 7, 3.
Follow QTR was
the
second.
1 goes gate to wire.
Now 4th was Freddie's.
And the big pace advantage. 5-1 the EquinEdge morning line. So I think this is a perfect chance to explain. I personally didn't like this one. Okay, but that being said, you see this pace number here. You see 5-1 in the EquinEdge morning line, right? I just think it's important. This is what I do as well, and the mistakes that I make by going away from the system. You go, okay, this horse ran like crap last time out. Well, it doesn't matter. This, for whatever reason, these algorithms are able to see stuff that we don't see. They just see it. So just something to think about. Like, even though you might, that's why sometimes when you see too many statistics, they just throw you off because the system is already looking at those statistics. So just something to think about. That's just a big pace advantage. And remember, we always talk about these second-time starters. I thought the 5 ran huge and then in his first start and then got an upgrade and still didn't run. Upgrade in GSR, I mean. Oh, I was in the wrong race. I was completely on the wrong race. Sorry, guys. All right. We have a little bit of time for Laurel. Let's do a pick 5. So one of the things I was teaching in my class on Thursday was not adding horses, but eliminating horses. So if you can eliminate horses, it'll automatically add horses, right? So if we can look at a race like this, who could we eliminate? So we can eliminate the 9 and the 10, but the system wasn't using anyways. So the horses you want to try to eliminate are horses that are burning money. Like this 5 horse, top EquinEdge pick. It lost last time out at 80 cents on the dollar. Now it's 40%. It certainly deserves a look. Top pace number. This horse has just been stopping, but it's got a big pace advantage. And we've already seen this pace number is so dangerous. The 6 horse, 42% lost here. I mean, this horse is 5-2 on the EquinEdge morning line. Has a different jockey coming back after an 8-5 race. I honestly don't know why the EE morning line's 5-2. It's EquinEdge's second pick, but you know, maybe throwing out a horse like that. I wouldn't like a horse like that. Maybe singling the 5 or throwing the 3 in here. Pit stop man. I mean, that's a big pace advantage. Vegas was a blast. The pace metric has been, this is the most consistent algorithm we have. It is. It's just, now again, for those of you new, it's predicting who's going to be first or second at the first call. So first quarter mile. So I'm just trying to eliminate a horse. Like I didn't like that horse, but what I have to do now, where I made a mistake was I added the 3. I shouldn't do that. I'm just going to regenerate and see what it does on its own. So I'm going to get rid of the 6, regenerate, and it added the 3 on its own. Okay. So it could have added anywhere within this multi-race sequence, but it decided to add there. What's up, Andrew? So this is interesting. You have a horse that's 39%, top EquinEdge pick, 7-5 on the morning line, but it's only 5-2 on the EquinEdge morning line. I'm not going to lie, it makes me a little nervous. This horse has won 3 straight races. It clearly needs the lead to win. But I mean, nah, this pace advantage is just too much. How would this horse lose? So I would sort the SOR just to see where the class is, because if anybody's going to beat this horse, it's going to be a horse that's dropping in class. So you can't love a horse like the 1A, although it's the second pick, only because it was 32% and 43% respectively in its last couple of races and still lost, right? So the system is using the 1 as well. How do you beat this horse? I mean, such a big advantage. And look, it beat 11 horses and 10 horses in the last couple of races each. I mean, yeah. Could it get beat? I guess if it's going to get beat, it'd probably get beat by the 1, probably. All right, we'll hold out here, because if you can beat that horse, you'll make a lot of money. I like to take advantage of when the morning line odds maker makes a mistake. So it looks like these 2 horses. So the way you would predict what chance you have of winning is just add the win percentages up of the horses you use. 37, 47, 57. So, right. So 63%. So you use these 2 horses, you're 63% to win. That's how it works. Simple as that. So you have a horse like the 4 horse that's 0 for 14 going 6 furlongs in the dirt. But look at this horse has been in the money 12 times. I mean, it's the EquinEdge long shot, right? I mean, this is the type of horse that you probably key in the 3rd spot or something. No, we're doing it. We're looking at a pick 5 right now in Niraj. Right? So now we're in the 5th leg of the pick 5. That's what we're looking at. Hey, Brent. We're gonna go right back to Laurel race number 1 here in a second. We're just looking at a pick 5, and I'm looking to see. I'm looking at these 2 favorites, both the 5 and the 1, to see if there's an advantage with using either one. And the 1 is very fast. Yeah, I mean, I would probably prefer the 5 over the 1, but man, when you have that kind of speed, I would have to use both those horses. I don't think this is a bad ticket. It's not. It might not pay much though. All right, let's look at race number 1 on the dirt, going 6 furlongs, and there's a lot of speed. Now, what's up, Eric? You know what we noticed? Happy Saturday to you, brother. You know what we did notice is that the speed holds early at Laurel Park. You guys remember that? It just does. Second time starter, good GSR. I could see that, Alan. Absolutely. I can see that. I mean, wide open on the win percentages, right? So I would lean. I like the 2. I think the 2 is going to sit right off of the 1 horse and maybe even get the lead. For me, I would like the 2 the best. I don't like how the 1 horse loses ground all the time. 2 has a little bit more class. I would, for me, I would lean towards the 2 and the 5. That's what I'd recommend. That's just me. What's up, Tony? You didn't. We just started. We just got started. Hey, Daryl. We just started. So we're just going to get some momentum. We got Woodbine starting in 19 minutes. Gulfstream Park starting in 12 minutes. What I did notice, the first couple of races at Laurel on the dirt, for whatever reason, they so you got race number 1 and 3. Speeds tends to hold. So maybe like you have to use a horse like the 1.
Royal Thunder is 7-5.
Or the 3 here in Laurel Park. You have to use this horse because this horse is the fastest horse. That being said, you want class horses as well. And when you look at the class, the 3 has the lowest of the class. So who's tactical to sit maybe in the 2nd spot that has some, somebody like, probably like the 6 horse, to be honest with you. And the system is using this horse. So maybe we need to add this horse back.
Horse be with you. Air on fire.
Yeah. Well, I like the 2 and the 5 in here. We'll go to Woodbine and see if we can. Oh, the pick 5 doesn't start until the
And
second
they're
race, does
off.
it?
Royal Thunder and subject to change. May the horse be with you. Big Man Can is right up close there with Speed 2 and Air on
And we
Fire
talked
on
about the
outside.
2 horse
Settles
maybe
back
getting
in
the lead
back.
over the 1
Passed now by Excalibur on the inside.
and having some class. Ended up going off at 6 to 5.
Back marker, Air on
I
Fire.
thought the 5 would get a
Royal
good trip
Thunder
as
up
well.
from Big Man Can. Lead is a half length, subject to change. And
We're just getting
Excalibur
warmed
running
up.
the inside. May the horse be with you. 3 deep into the far turn. Run and Air on Fire trailing the field. Round that far turn. Royal Thunder the head in front. Big Man Can on the outside. Big Man Can almost up to even terms now. Maybe gets a half a head in front from Royal Thunder with 3 furlongs left to go. Subject to change out of the inside. Battles.
I'll tell you what, that 4 is outrunning that 2 easy.
Top of the stretch where Big Man Can opens up a couple of lengths on Royal Thunder. Back second on the inside. Subject to change is next as they turn in. And then Excalibur racing.
This 1's running good too.
The horse be with you with a
4 was just really loaded, wasn't it?
2. Big Man Can and subject to
5's
change
not winning this.
inside is Royal
Nor is the
Thunder
2.
with a
No one's
16
catching this
mile
4.
left to run. Big Man Can, yes he can. Big Man Can to do it. 3 lengths in front from subject to change second. Big Man Can, subject to change. Excalibur, Royal Thunder.
Really good effort by that 1 horse as well, because that horse was stuck on the inside. And let's take a look at this and see. I mean, this was a wide open race. It really was. And you can see it by the win percentages. And I'll tell you another thing that I missed. But one thing you have to look at too, when you look at the GSR and you look at the record, this horse had won 4 races in 14 tries. So something to look at for the future as well. But this was such a wide open race. Yeah, the 1 ran good. Yeah, you called that. We're not covering Churchill Downs, but I know some of you are playing that. So we'll just look at it real quickly and see if there's anything here. And you can see top win percentage, 20%. What up, Aaron? So, you can even use the pace number with first-time starters as well. So when I look at this race and I see the pace, 5 horse, probably going to have the lead, but I'm visualizing doesn't have to have the lead. Can improve. Velasquez jumps aboard. Jockey trainer combination is pretty good. Like in a wide open race, I don't think you would play a horse like the 9 who's going to end up wide. And I don't think anyways, like not at 5 to 2. It's 9 to 5 on the EquinEdge morning line, but that doesn't necessarily tell the story. It just means that the system is saying the horse is going to get bet. There's clearly no value there at 18% and 5 to 2. That being said, maybe the 5 horse Kentucky Rain might be a horse that you would look at because the horse doesn't have to have the lead, gets to see all the horses on the inside, and is faster than any of the horses on the outside of it. So I would imagine that Corrales won't send, but he might. And the 3 horse could surprise. This horse was actually bet first time out, and this horse could actually have the lead. And then the 1 horse from the inside is probably sending. It's not a really good place to be on the rail. Le Peru, I would lean for me. I wouldn't be a fan of that one as much. Of course, you got this first time starter, and these workouts are tremendous. I mean, 10 of 91. I mean, these are some really nice workouts. And let's see what the GSR Plus suggests to us. Maybe this horse wants to go longer, but it's EquinEdge's second pick. It's 5 to 1 EquinEdge morning line. It's 17%. For me, you could maybe like a 3, 5, 7 exacta box. Okay. The 3 horse at Woodbine, 24%. I don't see that. Jockey trainer combinations 0 for 6. That being said, It's 3-1 EquinEdge morning line and 24% EquinEdge second pick. So a lot is pointing towards that horse. It's got the top GSR. The 3 and the 4 are the top 2 GSRs, top 2 EquinEdge picks, top 2 win percentages. I would imagine those horses are going to be tough. This horse, though, had some issues last time out, facing a 46 group going 5 furlongs on a turf. Broke from the rail, broke last, only lost by 5 lengths. So I would imagine the 7 horse is going to improve. I would think the race is between the 3, 4, and the 7 over at Woodbine. The pick 5 doesn't start till race number 2, though, right? Yeah. 5 at Churchill. The one did win with Le Peru. Who got second? Fun and feisty. I have nothing against Le Peru. I'm just not a fan of his, but personally, the guy seems like a really good guy. You were talking Churchill, Leslie, yeah. Came in 1-9, huh? So as far as Woodbine goes, the 3 horse, I mean, it's a big drop. So the 3 and the 4 come out of the same race. No, they don't. Do they? They do. Let's take a look at that 7-14 race and see if we can learn anything from that. So if we look at the win percentages, Red Zeppelin was 21. Now is 12. More Than Happy now is 41%. It was 28. So, and then this horse was 21. Now 24. I think Born Happy is gonna win this race over Woodbine. 4. This horse had issues though. So you would imagine this horse could probably improve. Red Zeppelin broke in at the start, hit the gate. So I would imagine this one can improve. I like the 4-7. It had the 1, right? Over at Churchill. I mean, lukewarm top win. You still have to make a decision, right? But 10 minutes before race number 1, jockeys getting on their mounts over at Gulfstream Park, race number 2. We're just getting going. Hopefully we can get some momentum today. Yeah, it'll show results. Once they come in, if you look at Gulfstream Park, the results are in. Warp Speed, who was the pace, got the lead. You know, in a wide open race, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll take the top pace numbers. So you could have taken the 1, 2, 5, 7 and hit that exacta for 44.80, something like that, and just do a 4-horse exacta for a small amount. You're running errands, Catherine? All right. Gulfstream Park race number 2. They're coming onto the track. Let's see if there's any indicators. And by the way, too, a lot of times when I'm covering races with you guys, these races are rough, right? So, like, I think the system's doing its job by telling us that. Like, look, if we cover these 5 horses, we're like 64% chance of winning the race, right? So we can still lose. Right? What's up, Rodney? I mean, it's just, I just want you guys to know, like, some of these races are really, really difficult, and we're just hitting these things up. But at least we have if we feel like playing, we have a better chance of winning through using these metrics, right? This is an interesting horse. Why are there no win percentages on, or the live odds on here? Okay. I just texted Brad and said there's no live odds. But this Prussian blue is 15-1. But it's 16%. So you're looking for value in a race like this for sure. So I'm not using the 2, 3. So I threw out the 9 and the 10. Here's the only reason I did. It's not that I don't like them. Is that post with the anywhere from 9 and over post position wins very little of the time. We'll look at Saratoga race number 1 in a second. But we've got Woodbine coming up. I do like the 4 is going to win this race, Born Happy, but this Red Zeppelin's going to run a better race. So maybe do a 4-7 exacta. Okay. Hopefully I can turn things around and start seeing things. Whatever you do when you're struggling like I am a little bit, you have to try something different. And so what I'm trying to do is look more at the pace number and the SOR is what I've been trying to do. Now, I sort and eliminate based on the win percentage. So I do this and then I look and try to eliminate from there. And you look here and you go, okay, this 4 is 41%, the 3 is 24%, the 7 is 12%. There's nothing really to eliminate. Even the EquinEdge long shot, the 2 horse. When I look at this horse on paper, do I like it? I don't. That being said, it's the EquinEdge long shot. I'm not better than the system. So this horse is not winning this race. I don't believe for a second, but maybe the 2 horse can get third and you can make some money. If it gets third at 17-1 or second, in case one of these horses doesn't run, then that's a good thing. Like I would probably do something like 4 over 3-7 with 2 trifecta. And maybe I'd do 4 over 3-7 with 3-7 over 2 superfecta, something like that. Right? You can still make money doing that. Here's an interesting long shot, not to win, but this horse, they added blinkers last time out. The horse went off at 50-1 against better competition, and it got squeezed at the start, and it only lost by 6.5 lengths. This horse is not winning this race, and in fact, I don't love it. I mean, it's because it's 16 points dropping in GSR, but it could be, this horse could be third or fourth, but I prefer the 2. In fact, I feel pretty confident a horse like this can't win based on the GSR drop. You just don't see it. That's a 16-point GSR drop. Jeff says the 5 will hit the board. I think the 2 will hit the board over the 5, Jeff. I think. But 4 with 3-7 with 3-7 with 2 superfecta and 4 with 3-7 with 2 trifecta. That would pay nicely. Again, I'm going to count on the GSR that this horse, again, this horse can get in the money very easily. And sometimes we can get caught up too much in a horse having some trouble. So I'm actually, the more I'm looking at this, the more I like the 2 horse to be in the money. All right, they're at the gate over at Gulfstream Park. Hopefully we can get in. I think we can get in both this race and then Woodbine, and then we'll try to cover whatever we can over at Saratoga.
Like the
okay.
first race, there's a clear favorite, and then a variety of horses battling for the.
Yeah, for sure, John.
In the line goes 2 Beer Buzz. Now I like Vino. One of only a couple in here with races.
I just think this this Prussian Blue might run a very good race.
Prussian Blue stepping forward next. Then Get a Grip, Maryland. Get a Grip, Maryland under Luca Panici. For
certainly like the GSR.
Exaggeradora going forward.
All right,
Exaggeradora.
let's see what happens.
Sonny Leon for Dave Fawkes. Get a Grip, Maryland. She's getting ready now. Just one more, waiting for Cozy in the Arundel colors to complete the line.
What's up, Mike?
Cozy will load without the driver. She goes right in. Wyatt's getting tied on. This is the second race, start of the early pick 4. All set. And they're off. From between horses, Get a Grip, Maryland was away quickly and reaches out to take the lead from I Like Vino, who comes away racing in second, speeding through Wicklow Gal. In between horses, 2 Beer Buzz, and up on the outside, Exaggeradora, as they make their way to the final half mile. Get a Grip,
didn't break
Maryland,
at all.
and
He broke
Luca Panici in
last.
front. From the outside, Exaggeradora is now second. At the rail, Wicklow Gal is there third. Cozy bidding up on the outside. 2 Beer Buzz is next. Always Sun is toward the rail. I Like Vino drops back after a brief bid. Passed inside by Poetic Union as they
The
round
2
the
horses
third turn.
loaded, right,
last.
at 23 to
Less than
1.
3/8 of a mile away. Get a Grip, Maryland has the lead while trying to shake free. Exaggeradora is there second toward the outside. Cozy is there third. Wicklow Gal is at the rail in fourth, running home a touch is Poetic Union with a quarter.
Remember, the 4 is going to win the race for fun, but remember, like we talked about the 9 and the 10, it's very difficult to win from that post going with one turn. Very difficult.
She's got a grip, all right. She's in front by 6 with an 1/8 of a mile to go. Wicklow Gal tries to get into second. Poetic Union is down the center, but at 6 to 1, put a ring around Get a Grip, Maryland. Get a Grip, Maryland, sharpened victory. She's unveiled with a 6-length debut score. Exaggeradora holds on for
4-9.
second.
Sweet Jesus. Couldn't have said it any better. All right, let's get out to Woodbine. If this is one race where I really like this 4-horse. Although that's not saying much. So here's the opener. 3 to 5 right now. And I do think Red Zeppelin's going to run a good race. So you might get $6 on the exacta if it comes in 4-7. You could do a 4-7 exacta and then come back with a 4-3-7 trifecta. You could do something like that. And I think the 2-horse might, if I was betting this, I'd do probably 4-7-3-2. That's what I would guess this would come in. Beautiful turf course over at Woodbine. Beautiful day as well.
Supreme Action, gate 5. Now there are 2 to load. After Supreme Action, although pulling back, is Supreme Action. Straightens up. Not quite settled.
John's on the 3-5.
Goes up this time.
Yeah, 3. No, I'm sorry. You said 3 to 5 on the 4. No, you can't bet that to win, but you can still make some money if you can find out who the second horse is going to be. And I can tell you in that last race, this 7, Red
As
Zeppelin,
the
was
last
well
along
rated,
is Red
was
Zeppelin.
expected to run good, but broke and hit the gate. So I would
It's
imagine you're going to
forward two.
see
That goes
this horse
up
running a
and
much
falls
better
back.
race.
This horse
So
in a mood or has
let's
tossed
see
him.
what
Now,
happens.
this time he landed awkwardly, and he's well. There we go. Red Zeppelin's off and away, and we'll find out more from the stewards shortly.
All right. Well, Red
horse.
Zeppelin did the same thing it did prior. So clearly, this horse has some mental issues, but it has talent as well. So that's
On
really
the
a drag.
track, Red Zeppelin.
It looks like I'm going to guess they're going to back these horses out. Oh, wow. That horse is out of control. Wow. Wow. Uh-oh. What the shit? That horse is nuts. Okay, well, that horse is getting scratched. I don't think I've ever seen that. I mean, it's not like the horse, I mean, that horse was on its own. Wow. Wow. So, horse is a head case. that was something else. We just had some entertainment there. I hope the horse is okay. Can run though. I think this horse can run. So, all right.
A delay, and we'll get official word on the situation with number 7 shortly.
That was I don't think I've ever seen that before. All right, so clearly now, this is a 4-3. I would imagine they're going to scratch you can't run the horse after that. They didn't announce it yet, but there's no way they're running this horse. I'd be shocked if they ran. The jockeys are getting back on their mounts. If they put this horse, if this horse runs in this race, I have seen it all. I have seen it all. Oh, it's scratched?
4-7 brought under control now, Red Zeppelin.
Okay, it is? They haven't announced it.
Officially out, number 7, Red Zeppelin, as a steward scratch.
Okay, officially scratched. We can go for John for all the early information on Woodbine. John's getting this information before we are. John was probably on the phone with somebody going, hey, horse getting scratched? Okay. God, sometimes you just need to laugh, don't you? Oh, you know what we did yesterday? So me and Anna, we were coming back, and we had dinner at one of her daughter's house, and there was some balloons with helium, obviously, and we were coming back, and she's like, "Hey, let's have you guys done that?" So we did. I don't think I've ever done it before. It was maybe the first time. She says, "Can you just do this? Put that helium in, suck that in. You have to swallow it though." Oh my God, we were entertaining ourselves for probably about 15 minutes. It was so damn funny. I think we recorded it too. She might have recorded it. I don't know if she recorded it or not, but oh my God. Oh, we were just, it was so funny. We really, it was, we were, oh yeah.
Today I'm 52 years old and I'm so happy.
Okay, hold on here. She's gonna kill me. Okay, what are you doing? You got some helium there? Okay.
Today I'm 52 years old and I'm so happy.
Sorry. That brings back memories. Oh my God. Oh, we were just cracking up yesterday. All right, they're on the track over at Laurel Park. Oh my God, it was so funny. What did I do? Hold on here. Go back. Oh my God. Hold on here. Okay, where are we? Oh yeah, we were laughing so hard. Actually, a cigar sounds pretty darn good. Okay.
So just updating, we have the scratch, the late Stuart Scratch of Red Zeppelin, the rail that has been put back into correct order now. Also adding to
Now the problem here is
they've done a great job of getting it back, and we'll be calling them back to the gate shortly. For the
oh,
start of
Saratoga
race
is taking off.
betting, and favored is still
the problem is this is not going to pay anything. I mean, if this is not a 4-3 exacta, I don't know what is. I mean,
3-1.
Yeah, but maybe a 4-3-2 trifecta. I cracked myself up. Let's see here.
Riders headed back to their mounts for the start.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's nothing else to do here. I mean, it just is it going to be 4-3-2 or 4-3-5? I say 4-3-2. I say 4-3-2.
First to go up will be Grand Alliance once again.
How good was that 4-horse in race number 2 at Gulfstream Park? Where'd that effort come
Goes
from?
in as they reload for the
6-1. All right, they're reloading.
Chairman Fox.
Again, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. That 7 horses all on its own, literally running into the rails. Did it not see the rail? Like, what up with that?
And Forrestable to
you have to ask yourself, what's up here that you're just going to run into the rail and hurt yourself?
Moves forward.
I don't know. I really don't. Horses are so smart too. They are so smart.
Supreme Action, gate 5.
You think the 3-4? You think the 3 is going to beat the 4?
Outside gate is Smart Society.
Let's see.
Supreme Action. Back
no
to
chance.
Inside onto the gate.
No chance.
Almost right.
I got 50 cents that
And
says
now
the
the
4
last
beats the
along
3
is
at
going
least
to
by
be
2 lengths.
Smart
All
Society.
right, let's see what happens.
Race 1, they're all in and locked up. A very good start for Supreme Action as they go, and Born Happy's last out, going to the front, Forrestable, and shooting through on the inside. Grand Alliance with Chairman Fox. A lot of pace being shown by that trio. It's 1, 2, 3 in racebook order. Grand Alliance on the inside, narrowly from Chairman Fox. A length to Forrestable. Wider is Supreme Action. Born Happy hunting up the rails, 3 off the lead, second last, and Smart Society at the back. 3/8 to run, and Grand Alliance in front by a length to Chairman Fox. Born Happy pushing into third with Supreme Action coming up wider. In the centre, Forrestable. A length away last is still Smart Society. Born Happy's running on, but Grand Alliance will turn in front. Grand Alliance.
Did not see this
on
one.
The inside goes Born Happy, setting sail after the leader who got away. Grand Alliance shot away.
Wow.
3.5 lengths.
Look
It's
at this.
Born Happy
You're not
onto
catching
it
that
at the
one.
moment. In fact, down the outside running on is
Holy
still
crap.
Forrestable, and the Grand Alliance is going to romp. Grand Alliance in the first race for Steve.
What a
Champion with
disappointing
the
effort by the
papers
4.
off. A great
I mean, this 4 is not even going to get
performance. Wins
second.
by 4.5 lengths. Close for second. Chairman Fox on the outside of Born Happy, and then came Forrestable. 57.28.
No, horses are really smart, Jeff. Really smart. They really are. They're one of the smartest animals there is. Okay. Well, that wasn't any good. I'd already be down like $2,000. All right, Laurel Park race number 2 on the turf. And let's see what the pace is. So you have 2 clear front runners in this race, but they're the lowest in the SORs, right? So again, we're having, let's see here. All right, so we're having some issues with the live odds on the staging. So let's go to prod. You don't realize how much you miss something until it's not there, right? Have you ever done this, gone here, and you can look at the horses that are big win percentages? You could just come here all day long and take these horses and then find some key horses to key them, you know, to like this, 11 wins and 30 tries, 3 to 5 on the EquinEdge morning line, and then find the horse that's going to be second and play exactas all day long. You're going to win 50% of the races, probably. What's up, Lido? So Laurel 2. So wide open on the win percentages. We can probably get rid of those two horses.
Making their way onto the
EquinEdge long shot is actually getting bet. But look at this is a wide open race. And if I'm looking at the SOR, so this horse seems to need the lead. The one horse also needs the lead. I mean, these horses are going to stop. Even though, look at the EquinEdge, the 3 horses, the EquinEdge second pick, but it doesn't look at pace. So I would imagine that those 2 horses are going to stop. And then who's going to be sitting in the garden spot will be a horse like the 4, who didn't run good last time out, lost the rider.
And approaching the gate.
This is an interesting horse, though. It really is. So you got a second-time starter here in the 10 horse.
The horses have now reached the starting gate.
I don't know if I can get down with this 4 horse. It's interesting in a wide open race. This horse could actually get first run on the front runners. This horse just loses ground every single time. I mean, the only horse that's not really a proven loser in this race is the 10.
Stepping in line, race 2, Princess Palmer, Little Nutter. Mulsan.
I mean, it's 2 horse. That's a hard one to get down with.
Please marry me.
I think the 10's going to win the race. I kind of like the 4 a little bit as a long shot, but I would like 10-4 probably.
Miss Margot in Sullivan Street.
These are some tough races, but the thing is that it does create opportunities. If you bet consistently, when we do hit, we're going to hit big.
And Toussaint's Ransom.
You need the 10, Carl? Okay, let's get it. Jockey trainer combo, Brandon? On the 11 or the 9? Okay.
On the bowl game course.
All right, let's see what happens here. With the 10 with a good break might be very difficult.
And they're off.
Wasn't a great
Princess
break.
Palmer, please marry me. Asks for early speed and gives it. Here's
Wow, the 3 actually cleared. So the jockey, look at the jockey on the 1. He's strangling the horse. The horse doesn't want that.
Go from between horses there, trying to race along in the 4th spot.
Like,
as Little Nutter,
you know, when you have a horse like that needs a lead.
Toussaint's Ransom spun out wide. Out of the inside is Block Party, who's eager to go only about 4 or 5 from the front. Mulsan to the back of the pack. Now Toussaint's Ransom is in the back. So around that turn,
I think the 3 would be very dangerous like this right now. now.
It's Please Marry
Getting an
Me,
easy lead
Speed
like
the one
this.
to catch. And Sullivan Street in second. And
We'll need to get a
Palmer
gift
is in
card
third.
to the
Little
jockey on
Nutter
the
of
one.
Clear Racing in fourth, and Block Party is fifth. They're followed by Mousson on the inside, and then Excuse Me, Miss Margot and Toussaint's Ransom. Not much change at all heading off of the far turn. 4 furlongs left to go. Please Marry Me, Princess Palmer on the outside. Please Marry Me, the head in front. Princess Palmer now trying to test. Little Nutters right off the top pair from third position. Down inside is Block Party, still in an even clip. Then Sullivan Street and Toussaint's Ransom is next. Excuse Me, Miss Margot and Mousson with a lot to do. Into the turn, Princess Palmer kicking away. Little Nutter now bids to the second spot. Please Marry Me back to the inside there. As other 3 or 4 lengths back, Block Party's trying to steam home down to the inside. Block Party now fourth and trying to motor on home with a furlong and a half left to go. Into the stretch, and it is Princess Palmer in front from Please Marry Me. Length and change. The outside.
The
Little
speed
Nutter,
horses are going
and
to
then
stay
it's
up there
Block Party
first
fourth.
and
The
second. I
outside,
think it's
Sullivan
going to be
Street,
really
16th
close.
left to go. Please Marry Me. Please Marry Me's come right back at
Came
Princess
back.
Palmer. Please Marry Me, Princess Palmer.
3-1.
Was next, and
That
Sullivan
pace
Street
number is so
and
darn
Block
money.
Party.
Look at that. You know, when you have that kind of pace advantage and then you've got the win percentages, like, yeah, I mean, they ran good. You see, that just comes down to interpreting. You hit that, Luis? Nice. All right, what races are coming up? We have time. So Churchill Downs, if you want, we can just look at Churchill Downs real quick. Okay, get rid of that. All right, again, I'm having trouble with my live odds. As far as pace goes, there's no real advantage here. As far as the GSR goes, you can see that the 7 horse has a nice advantage, but this horse hasn't done anything. So I can't see that. First time starter here with some really nice workouts, actually. So based on what I can see here over at Churchill, 1, 2, 3. I mean, look at every race. Top win percentage here on the 3 horses, 22%. What you want to do when you're looking at something like this, like why would a horse change? Did a horse, like this horse broke from the 10 hole and then dueled? Well, why did it duel? Right? Love Dragon, the 1 horse, only ran 1 time. The GSR is good. Win percentage about the same. I mean, this is an absolute grab bag. I kind of like the 2 horses first time start a little bit. This is a really nice GSR, great connections, and the workouts are not bad. So for me, I would probably lean towards Scarlet Stripe over at Churchill. All right, they're coming onto the track over at Gulfstream Park. Let me know what happens at Churchill. Came in 3-1. Okay. Well, we said 1, 2, 3, right? 7-2 over 7-2. I think that 2 ran 4th, right? Yeah. So that actually, if you did a 1, 2, 3, that actually will pay good. All right, let's look at Gulfstream Park race number 3. You know what we'll do too? There's a mandatory payout in the pick 6 over at Gulfstream Park. So you had that, Kevin? Let's see who's getting bet. So the 3 horse is not getting bet at all. Let's see. So Perez jumps aboard. This is another wide open race, but we'll look and see. Telephone talker, what happened in the last race? So something happened in the last race, and then the horse went on the shelf. Okay, and Zayas jumps aboard. This horse has been in the money in 10 of 12 tries, so it's been a very consistent horse. I think the concern has to be that this horse ends up in for a tag. It looks like first time in for a tag. But Safi Joseph Jr. and Edgar Zayas, I think they have like 4 or 5 mounts today. So 5 is 6 to 5 right now. How about this 8 horse? This 8 horse is 20 to 1 on the EquinEdge morning line and 7 to 2 on the odds makers. And dead on the board. And this horse has been off a while. Yeah, I would probably have to say no. Impressive speed. This horse has been running good, but against easier competition. I mean, clearly the class of the race is the 5 and the 7. You have a new trainer on the 7. Adds blinkers are off. Claim this horse for 25,000. Puts this horse in for 35. And takes the blinkers off for the first time. I mean, you have a 6-year-old and blinkers are coming off for the very first time. I always lean against horses like that. Always. I don't like stuff like that. Personally, you have an older horse that it gets an equipment change like that. It's a hit and miss, but usually it's a miss. I know the ocean background, huh? I know. Well, here. There it is. There's the Atlantic Ocean right there. You asked for it, you got it. I think this one horse will run a good race. I think the EquinEdge picks have it correctly. 5-1. And I think that either the 3 or 6 will get third. But I like 5-1. Yeah, I'm in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. That's the Atlantic.
Still time for wagers. It's race 3 on Tapeta Track.
They're coming on to the track over at Woodbine. So we have the pick 5 coming up. That's right, James. Okay. It's clear out here. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's not very sunny, though. Oh, I heard that. I heard that. I heard that we're supposed to get crazy, crazy rain, and it's supposed to be pretty nuts here. But hopefully they can wait until the end of this day. Mandatory payout. I might have to play that with you guys. I might put some money in my account to play that. Just might have to do that. But
now post time.
Let's get on a roll. We finally won one.
Number 3.
I think the 5's going to win this race, and I think the 1 will run a good race too. But I do think the 5's the horse to beat. Right now, the 5 is 4 to 5. Looks tough. Edgar Zayas, Safi Joseph Jr. Maybe a trifecta, 5 over 1 over 3-6. Something like that. Okay. All right. Good luck in this race. Here's the 3rd from Gulfstream Park.
Prince Meyer going up. Mayor going in, now waiting for Journeyman. And from the outside, Cash Call Kitten. Cash Call Kitten and Kevin Krieger to take the outside gate. Race 3 on the afternoon. They're at the post. And they're off. Excellent beginning for the favorite telephone talker. He was one of the first into stride. He's not intent on getting to the front, though. He'll allow Prince Mayor to go on with it, and he kicks to a length advantage. There's no pace on. Telephone Talker is there second from the outside. That's Cash Call Kitten, 3 wide. Timmy M is at the rail, held up between horses Impressive Speed, and the trailer is Journeyman. Around the clubhouse turn they go. And jockey Samuel Camacho Jr. and Prince Mayor settle into a nice rhythm on the front end. They're getting a very soft opening quarter, and they lead by 3. Edgar Zayas has
26 and 1.
Telephone Talker racing in second with Timmy M at the rail 3rd.
I do think the 5's going to catch this 6, but it's going to. I mean, if that 6 can't win from here.
Less than 5 furlongs to go. The opening quarter was 26 and 1.
I mean, that is just crawling.
Mayor, he's clear too. He leads by 2.5. Telephone Talker is second. Timmy M is 3rd as they start to close a bit of ground. From 4th and Cash Call Kitten, 5th and out wide Journeyman. At the rail, it's Impressive Speed. They have less than half a mile to go. The pace has to pick up from here with Prince Mayor still the target. Telephone Talker has had the benefit of a great trip. He's second with no excuse. From 3rd, Cash Call Kitten, winding up wide as Journeyman. At the rail, Timmy M and Impressive Speed is last as they run to the top of the stretch. Prince Mayor still holds command. From the outside, Telephone Talker in a more earnest position now second. Journeyman begins to run home from the outside. There's a quarter of a mile left to go. With the advantage.
How about the 7 on the outside?
Telephone Talker, Journeyman down the stand side. There's an 1/8 of a mile.
I hit 7's going to win this race.
Up on the outside of Telephone Talker, who tries to find under pressure. 16th to go. Journeyman lifting up on the outside. Telephone Talker battling hard. Telephone Talker, Journeyman, photo finish.
I believe the 7 got it. Wow. Woo. Where did that 7 come from, huh? Journeyman. So the blinker's off. EquinEdge long shot. How about that? Nice claim. You had that, Catherine? That's okay. I've been blamed before. Oh, my goodness. Garofalo. Nice claim. You don't see a horse with 27 races take blinkers off and win very often. You just don't see that, especially with an 11% trainer. Way to go. Way to go. All right, we got to get to Woodbine.
Photo finish.
5 minutes before race number 2. And 7 got the measure.
Here's the post parade race 2, number 1 is Late Surge. Mike DePaulo is the trainer for Overheath Stable EC and the rider Gary Boulanger.
All right, we got Woodbine 2, and we also finally have, it looks like, live
Summer
odds back.
Shandy in the ownership of Apple of Your Eye, LLC.
No.
Trainer William Theranos, the rider Jeffrey Alderson. 3-4 bounce for Ludovino Ferreira.
Well, we do at Woodbine anyways.
Come back and take a look at the 3 later. And there we have on screen 4 bounce. Jason Morocco, the trainer, the rider is.
Man, you guys got this. Good. Woodbine, pick 5. Yes, sir. All right, let's do
Back to
this.
the 4, my boy Christian, in the ownership of and training of Bancroft D'Souza with Olaf Hernandez. 5, Mr. Agro for Leslie Crow and Ron Braley. Norm McKnight traded.
Okay. Where can we eliminate? How's the form of this horse? So new connections. You know, anytime you get new connections, you do have to worry a little bit. This horse goes to a new trainer, only raced one time so far this year, and is in for $25,000. And Nigel Burke is 17%. Puts this horse in for a tag. It clearly has the class, but we just don't know how good it is. I mean, there's no way to know unless you actually know the connections. Yeah, this Barrios is crushing, isn't he? Watch out for over at Del Mar. Watch out for Barrios. You have to throw him in. I don't know what's going on there. Clearly, the pace here is between the 3 and the 1, and we've seen this before, and decent win percentages. So I would look at the EquinEdge long shot, who's 9-2, as well. You know, the only thing that concerns me when I look at this horse's past performances, though, is this horse doesn't seem to pass horses, and the 1 is fast. So are they going to duel? That would be my concern. This is also based on style here. This looks like a tough race as well. I don't know if one of them is going to get a clear lead. Richard likes the 4-6-5, so he likes running for cover. This horse was 31% last time out and ran like hell. Goes on the turf. 1 win in 15 tries. So this is a non-winners of 1 group, clearly. I don't know what to make of that last race. Now the horse goes on turf. The GSR goes up a little bit, but I mean, all right. The 1 horse is needed. I mean, he's certainly got a shot. Lowest GSR. This horse is a head case. I will say that about the 4. I mean, look, it either runs like hell, or all of a sudden it just pops up with something. I mean, this is a really tough horse to understand. It really is. This is another grab bag, absolute grab bag. You got a bunch of first-time starters here. Let's see if we can get any kind of an advantage here. I would try to beat the horse that's already run, but it is, you know, I think it's using the right horses there.
Gary Boulanger on late surge. Brandon Boulanger on 4 bounce.
So
Father and son in this race.
it's very difficult to come from so far back, especially if you don't have a class advantage.
Late surge
right?
has gone in.
So I would probably lean towards
Summer
the EquinEdge top pick. I would do something like this.
Followed in by
That's what I would
Brandon
do.
Boulanger on 4 bounce. My Boy Christian steps forward.
I do think the EquinEdge picks have it right here.
Inching closer to the gate, My Boy Christian.
I don't like a horse like
By
this that's
Mr.
burned money.
Aggro.
I don't see anything changing for the 2 personally. I think the horse is getting overbet. 5-horse won last time out. I mean, this is a wide open race. It really is.
My Boy Christian has got through the front of the gate. Rider is
So the
now
4-horse just
halfway
broke
along
through the
the
gate.
Hernandez.
Not really sure why this horse is so dead on the board.
There'll be a delay.
It did break its maiden last time out, and it is EquinEdge's top pick. I just think it's a really tough race on paper. And I like the fact, though, that the EquinEdge morning line in this case says that this horse should be 5-2. I like the fact that it's EquinEdge's top pick. And in a race where the 6-horse has
number 4, My
so
Boy
4's been
Christian
scratched.
is now officially a late steward scratch.
And it's very difficult to come from so far back
breaking through the front of the gate and got loose.
like the 6 is. And not on top of that, it faced a 34 group last time out. I think the 5 might run a good race. If you could look at this is a wide open race. Any one of these horses can win. But if somehow you could pull off getting this 5 to win and single it and then spread out in those other races, you could have a nice ticket. For sure. But that's a big if. And the horse has the 3rd top GSR. It's somewhat tactical in this race. And this horse was 57% to win last time out, and it barely won against a 34 SOR. But again, the algorithm's no better than me. I mean, this horse is 35% to win this. So, and there's not a lot of pace in the race, so maybe this horse won't be as far back as I think, but it also has no class, whereas the 5 at least has a good class number in here, which is the SOR.
And the mounted outrider managing to bring My Boy Christian under control in the backstretch. So this horse will be out of the race today. And to check,
Laurel's coming up in 7 minutes from
riders are
now,
still
so we've
on
got
the
some
bounce
time. They're on the
behind
track.
gate.
I'll be right back.
My Boy Christian to be taken away from the main track. And again, it's not reflected just yet on the board, but it is a late scratch for the 4. Well, they're taking Summer Shandy forward, so they're going to reload with Summer Shandy first. Goes in as they commence the move back up to the gate. Let's check the betting with the scratch of My Boy Christian 2-1, Summer Shandy 3-1, late surge 7-2, Mr. Aggro, and 4-1, Brutality. Mr. Aggro, gate 5. Gate 6, Brutality. Incendio.
You like Perry? You like the 6? I can understand why you like the 6 for sure. 6 is the player in here. I just don't like horses on this particular synthetic course that don't have any speed.
Snow.
That's all it is.
Outside gate.
I think the 2 will run good. The 1, I think
we have both.
the 5 has a shot of running good.
Waiting their turn as Blue Snow almost settles.
5's take a good chance on the 5. I think it's not a bad risk because the rest of the card looks pretty tough over at Woodbine. So if you can get this 5 to win or the 6, whatever you like.
The inside runners will come up or near the inside 4 bounce gate 3.
It's a great feeling when you have a lot of confidence in a horse and you know, of course, it wins.
Along is Late Surge. Gate 1.
If the 6 had more speed, I would like the 6, but we'll see. But there's not a lot of speed in here to be fair. So I'm certainly not criticizing that pick, Perry, at all. It's just a personal preference. You don't really see a lot of horses coming from that far back on this track. On the turf course, yes, but not on the synthetic.
Has gone in. All in and locked up. Blue Snow restless. 4 bounce restless. They're off. And a good start in the center of the track, Incendio and Blue Snow from the outside. And going through is 4 bounce Handy from Cam Woolley. They're the top 4 by a couple of lengths to Summer Shandy, Mr. Aggro. Late Surge is second last. And at the back in the early stages is Brutality as they take the turn. 4 bounce threads the needle up the inside to come through and share the lead with Incendio. And as they settle into stride, Blue Snow's caught 3 wide. A length in behind them is Summer Shandy, lands with the pocket. On the outside, Cam Woolley is 5th and 2 lengths away, Mr. Aggro. On the inside is Late Surge and last is Brutality. About 6 lengths covers the field and out in front is 4 bounce on the inside of Incendio, a length to Blue Snow. On the rail, Summer Shandy, 1 to Cam Woolley, a length to Late Surge. Then Mr. Aggro and a length and a half to Brutality is last. They race along towards the 4.5 furlongs and the joint leaders. On the inside, 4 bounce, the center Incendio. 3 parts to Blue Snow, the outer. Summer Shandy's had the run of the race. Cam Woolley well placed. A length and a half behind them came Mr. Aggro, going past Late Surge, and last is Brutality. They pack up as they raced into the 3.5 turn. On the inside, still under attack, 4 bounce coming up 3 wide, Blue Snow, 4 wide, Cam Woolley. Incendio tries to stay with the trio. On the inside, Summer Shandy looking for room. Mr. Aggro's finishing on the outside, then Late Surge and Brutality up the rails running on. They turn Cam Woolley 4 wide. Incendio pokes through to the lead. Incendio finding on the outside, Cam Woolley down the center, Mr. Aggro, Summer Shandy, and now Brutality up the inside, sneaking a great run up the rail and down the outside. Late Surge out wide, Mr. Aggro's hit the front. Late Surge and Gary Boulanger the danger down the outside. It's Mr. Aggro full of run though. Mr. Aggro holding out for Rafael Hernandez, and Mr. Aggro is going to win at the distance of the mile and 16 by a length and a half. Late Surge second, Brutality third.
5-1-6.
4 bounce and Summer Shandy.
4-1.
147.47.
5-1-6. All right. Hopefully some of you singled that horse. If so, you got a nice ticket. All right. Let's get out to Laurel Park. You got that, Brent? Nice. Nice. We're not going to stay cold forever, you guys. I promise you. 4-1 on that horse. It was just a wide open race, and so so you had that 5. Nice. Good, good, good. All right, Laurel Park. Big pace advantage. We talked about this. You got that, Michael? Nice. All right, nice. Well, maybe we're on a roll. We'll see. We're cautiously optimistic. But that was a nice hit. 5-1 in a race like that, that's wide open like that. If you single a horse like that and you get by that and you're spread out, it's huge. Oh, you had that, Richard? That's a nice exacta. Yeah, we need to hit that helium. I got to go buy some helium and bring it over here. That's not a bad idea. That's a nice exacta. $28 exacta for $1. Wow. I'll tell you what, this pick 5 would pay good. So look, you have to remember there's pace, no doubt about it. 3 has it, but 3 also has a very low class number, which is the SOR. That's our class number. Okay. So that is something that has to be considered.
And the horses have reached.
Then you have where it's, early on, usually pace is holding. So it's making me like the 6 a little bit, right? And the 5's going to come. Hair of the Dog is getting bet. I just don't see how you can back the 1 at all. 7-2.
Next.
So I like, I would say this. 5-6 with 5-6 with 2-3. Trifecta. But this 6 horse is going to be tactical and has some class. 3 is going to clearly have the lead, but I don't think it'll hold on. The more I'm looking at this, I think the 6 wins this race. Maybe 6-5-2 or 6-5-3. Let's see what happens.
And they're off. Pit stop man, remembering Wilbur. Hair of the Dog asks for early speed for the inside. Drive by layover. Johnny swishes at the back.
6 ended up going off at 6-5.
Pit
Shot.
stop man takes them past the 5 for a long mark. Here's Johnny Swish moving in between horses into the second spot. And Hair of the Dog down inside a drive by layover. Remembering Wilbur is in the back of the pack. Heading off of the far turn run. Pit stop man by 2. Pit stop man from Johnny Swish. Drive by layover. Third of the outside. Hair of the Dog fourth rail. And so there's 6 back. Remembering Wilbur's got to pick it up.
Done.
Into the turn, 3 furlongs left to run. Pit stop man, the leader by 2 lengths. Johnny Swish, drive by layover. Hair of the Dog still willing to fight on the inside. And so there's 7 back to Remembering Wilbur, top of the stretch. Pit stop man and a trio just in behind. Hair of the Dog, the one saving ground. Hair of the Dog down inside and far outside. Drive by layover. Then Johnny Swish and Remembering Wilbur's far back. 1 furlong left to go.
How about this 3 horse at 11-1?
Layover. Hair of the Dog 1, 2, 3. Pit stop man, drive by layover up to even terms, the 16th out. Drive by layover, forging on by to win. Going away, drive by layover, 2.5 in front from Pit stop man at the line. Hair of the Dog was third.
5-3-1. 5-3-1. I can tell you that the 1 horse was best in the race. Bad trip on the rail. And the 5 ended up winning. That was just a crappy race. Originally, when we first started looking at this race, I didn't like this 6 horse, and all of a sudden I got on it. And I think what I didn't like, I thought it needed the lead. But that 3 horse, I believe, hung on for second. Top pace number 11-1. You got to love that pace number. All right, Gulfstream Park. We've got time for that. I'm sure some of you want to play Churchill Downs, so we'll look at that. Yeah, it was a safe choice. Yeah, I changed my mind on that. I should have kept my original thoughts where I didn't like the 6. Okay, so this is how I sort. This is how I eliminate. I sort the win percentages, and you got easy to eliminate the 2 and the 6, right? So we get rid of them. So now we're looking at less horses. So now I'm looking at the 35% horse, and I'm looking at his class. And now look at lowest class but top win percentage. I automatically know. Oh, and it's not anywhere in the top EquinEdge picks. What do we know? We know that this race is between these 6 horses. It's wide open there. So now I want to see the pace. Who's got the top pace? Does the horse have some class? 4 horse does. It's also the EquinEdge second pick. The 7 horse can rate, and the 7 horse has had an inside post. Now the 7 gets outside. So, and it needs to be near the pace, and this is going to be a fast pace. This horse is going to lead from the inside, I would imagine. The 1 horse seems to need the lead. That horse is going. I think there's some pace in this race. So who's the horse to come from behind that has some class? How about the GSR on the 8? So this horse broke its maiden last time out. That was a 50 group. This is a 62 group. The problem with the 8 is we just don't know the upside. We don't know. But we do know the breeding is good. That's a really nice GSR, which stands for genetic strength rating. So there's some speed in here as well. Now the 3 is getting bet. I can see that. And it won easy. Oh, this 3 horse. Okay, what happened here? Inched, caught, drove past on the turf, 64, 28%. Now it's 17%. Franco jumps aboard. So it won easy last time out. So the 1 horse sent from the rail, 8 other horses. Obviously, Gaffalione thought he had to send, but it looks like this horse can rate. So he's going to, because of that post, this horse will be sitting off the 1 and the 4 for sure. I would probably lean towards the 7, and then I would think the 3 or 8 is going to get up for second over at Churchill. 7 over 3-8. Looks pretty chalky to me. All right, Gulfstream Park, 3 minutes before the race. That 5-3 exacta for $2 paid $31.60. You like the 8? I want to watch this with you guys. We have a little bit of time. I'd love to handicap a race and then watch it, you know, just to see, especially with the pace number now, to see how it's going to play out. The 5-1, major deal, huh? Wow, long shot, 10-1. It looked like a tough race too, didn't it? It's just incredible. Okay. Until you see an advantage, you got to be really, really careful because these races are really tough. Like when you look at the 4th race here, look at this. And by the way, the pick 6 starts in race number 6. I might play with you guys on that. So what do we know? We know that the 6 horse has an advantage. We know that it's wide open here. On the dirt, 5.5 furlongs, speed really like makes a big difference. So maybe a horse like the 1 horse. But let's just see if we can look at these workouts and see if there's anything here. This horse had the 4 hole, just stopped, really had no issues. Draws the 10 hole, which we know is a very difficult thing to do, but there's no scratches. So 14% right now on the 10. I would eliminate that 10 so fast personally, because it's just really tough to win from that. Eliminate the 9 for that same reason. We've already seen that. They just don't win from out there unless they're like a big, oh, you got it. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Thank you. So D'Angelo and Zayas on the 3. Top EquinEdge pick. And there's some signs here that maybe this horse can run. Look at this 3/8 drill. 4 of 51. Look at this 4 furlong drill. 9 of 78. Then they're just cruising from the gate. That's what I want to see. You're just giving the horse experience, a good experience. You don't have to be fast from there. Same thing here. They already know. I think this 3 horse is going to be tough to beat. 3 of 26. Look at this. And then they had a 3/8 blowout from the gate. So this horse is most likely going to show some speed. This 4. The 1 horse could be the sleeper here. I mean, the pace number says this horse could have the lead. So it means that I like the 3 to win. And well, if I would say that, so 326. So if I said 3 over 2/6, that means the 3 to win and the 2 or 6 to come in second. If that's what your question is.
More than that in the Rainbow Six, talking about multi-million-dollar opportunity in the Rainbow Six. 20 cents is all you need to get involved there. It starts with race 6. The start of race 4 in a moment.
I mean, I look at days off, but what I try to do is really look at the system, look at the pace, look at the post, and trust in the system because the system is analyzing all that already. Right? So, oh, you mean the workouts you were talking about, Niraj? So 3 of 26 basically means that of 26 horses that worked out that day,
the horses
of 26 horses that worked out that day, that horse had run the 3rd fastest time at that distance. That's what it means.
For race number 4, race favorite is the outside horse, number 10, Macazan.
So I do think the 3 is going to win the race, but I think this 4 might get the lead and could be tough going gate to wire. So, and the 3's a bit dead on the board. So based on the board and based on all the information we have and based on the last 2 gate workouts for this horse that are very fast, 4 could go gate to wire, grand pick. I think I'll end up on that. And the 1 might run better than we suspect. And the top GSR is the 6. So I wouldn't be surprised if the 6 is in the money. But I'm going to say 4 over the 3 over the 1/6.
Last 2 to go forward are a major deal.
All right, here's the 4th over Gulfstream Park. 2 more races before the mandatory payout. Of course, my pleasure.
For Stonehenge LLC on the class drive.
Thanks for your questions. I love the questions. I think they're important. By the way, too, you can join the coaching class on Thursdays. We changed it to 1 o'clock Eastern time.
Off and running. Last in, first out. Macazan gets the first call from Zydeco, who moves to take him on. Grand Pick is away in 3rd. In tight, very tight, in fact, we're both Armor Piercing and Carabinero. Make their way to the half-mile point. It's Zydeco in front 3 parts of length. Macazan is there second. These 2 have opened quickly.
Wow, look at this 6 horse. This is the top GSR.
Grand Pick is back to 4th. 5th early is RK Flacco.
You're not catching the 6. Gone.
Carabinero, who's inconvenienced early. He's ahead of Armor Piercing, and Rockland Express is at the back. Around the floor, turn they race. It's Zydeco, still clear and still finding. Second is Macazan, still well clear of the others. Now it's
the 4 and 3 did not have good trips, by the way. And you can see that they were both live. This 4 is really running on. It's impressive, actually. But I don't think anybody's catching the 6.
Off the corner with a 3-length lead. Macazan second, Grand Pick and Carabinero are next. There's less than an 1/8 to go, and it's Zydeco clear with no dangers. Zydeco under jockey Franklin Gonzalez Jr. win with something in the tank. There's 6 or 7 in front. Macazan trying
10
to
held on for
place,
second, I believe. Yep.
Grand Pick is 3rd,
10-4.
Carabinero
So
was 4th.
how about that?
Major deal.
See, look at the information's there, but we have to make the right decisions. But look at that GSR, 10 points higher than the next closest horse. 7 points. Look at the 2 top GSRs. 6, 10, and then the 3 who got 4th. I'm telling you, the GSR is so money. No lead change. I saw that. Yeah. Incredible. The 4-horse and the 3 did not have good trips, so they ran good races. But look at that. Look at that GSR. So good. So again, we have to make good decisions, but the one thing I'll say is that you look at the win percentages, the top win percentage is only 23%. So 14% on the 6 is not bad. Top GSR, not bad, right? So you look at it from that perspective and you're like, okay, well, there are a couple of things going for this horse. Look at the connections too. The only way you can find this horse, the truth is a 2% jockey and a 6% trainer, the fact the horse was only 8% when it was 20-1 in the morning line, the only way you catch this is the win percentages in the GSR. It's the only way. You got the super there? Only way. 7 minutes to race number 3 over at Woodbine. And we got that single. Did anybody play the pick 5? If you played the pick 5 or played the ticket that that we talked about, let me know. Just curious. We did the 5, then we had 1 through 6 in the next race. Just curious what we got. I did, yeah. Well, no, I don't know that I changed my mind. I said I liked the 4 over the 3. Initially, I liked the 3, but I changed the 4 over the 3. I mentioned the 6 horse having that GSR for sure. So I didn't change my mind there. I do change my mind, but I don't think I changed it there. This was the Woodbine ticket. It was a $76.80 ticket. That's it right there. Single to 5. Yeah, Brent, you're on fire. You have to share. You need to share this with the group. What's up, chicken dinner? You know, again, these are subjective tools. They were always meant to be subjective. You have to remember, I'm just a handicapper. I get on fire or I get cold, right? And so I don't know that I would I always use a horse? Yes, you have to use a horse like that. Would you key it? But I would use it every time for sure. You see that, you have to use it. First of all, the top GSR wins 25% of the time. Just wins 25% of the time. So you get one that's 10 points spread like that, you have to use it. So we got Woodbine race number 3. So let's look at a vertical. Watch, we'll do it like this. We'll do $12. Wait, is that 20 cents? We'll do, okay, so we'll do $6. Okay. So what I've been really pushing of late is it's right, huh? It's Arlington Million Day at Churchill Downs. That's awful nice of them, isn't it? Close down the track and then have an Arlington Millions Day. Good for you. So what I like to do is eliminate, not even add, if at all possible. I either eliminate or I force the system to single. That's kind of my new thing right now. So what is this? So look at the 5 horse. The 5 is a price play. It's EquinEdge's second pick. It's 3-1 in the EquinEdge morning line. And the horse is 3-1, 16%. So clearly this horse is live. What could I change, even in any spot? So, oh, you use the ticket generator for that, Richard? Oh, nice. So what could I change? I could go, let's see, GSR. I could say, okay, you know what? This GSR on the one horse is only a 50. And so what I could do is go, I don't think the one can win. So I eliminate it from the first spot and I regenerate based on my $6 budget. And then what it'll do, I just let it do its own work. And so if I'm right about that decision, then it's going to increase my chances of winning. It so sucks, Dave. Does that make sense? So I'm just taking a risk saying, okay, I'm going to throw out the one from the win. Now, one of you really needs this horse, so I apologize ahead of time. But it was just an example. But 1 win in 18 tries, low percentage connections. You know, it's not so far-fetched. That's going to be, I think the one will run good. But we'll see. Who else did it use on the win end? What could I force it to do? I like the fact that the two horses form is just bad. Now it has new connections though. And it's only ran one time this year. And it's in for a tag. It's 8-1 on the EquinEdge morning line. So if you think that horse is bad, the only other horse there is that's even won at this surface and distance is the 6 Ammunition. And if you throw out the race, the horse was 22-1. I mean, this horse is actually very consistent. Broke from the 10 hole here. Not an easy thing to do. It was only 7% to win. Now it's 16%. And this horse is always going to run bad unless it's near the lead. It can win, but it's got to be near the lead. The GSR is okay, and this horse has no speed. So my natural inclination is to eliminate it but there's something about this horse I kind of like. So I'm not going to throw it out, but it doesn't have any speed. Well, it's only 3% to win. It just broke its maiden. Only 5% of horses come back to be winners. But in a wide open race, nothing's wrong with this horse at all. It's 3%. It's got a low SOR. I mean, these horses don't like to win much, right? These are non-winners or one. Here's a horse that throws me off a little bit only because it just seems like unless it clears, it doesn't win. So I think this horse is going to go to the lead.
Loading for the start, Mad Dog and Joe coming up. Has the inside post position. They're going to the gate.
You know, the more I look at this one horse, actually, the more I'm actually liking it, to be honest with you.
Mad Dog and Joe has gone in.
But the one's going to send. There's going to be some speed in the air. The horse that's going to get first run on them is going to be probably the 4.
Along by Just Start Me Up. Running for cover. To gate 5 is infamous Covert.
That's a really tough race. It is.
Ammunition is next.
Hey, Chrissy, how are you? It's been a while.
And last start winner, Hayroll.
Oh,
outside gate.
it's so good to hear from you. I hope you're doing well.
This
You
field
enjoying
is
your
all in,
vacation?
locked up.
All right, let's watch this race. I don't have a.
Mad Dog
I'm just
Joe
kind of
way
showing you
down the
that
inside.
the way
Churchill
you can
just
play
start me up. The line
these
ball goes forward, running for cover.
horizontals
Mad Dog
or
Joe
verticals is
splits
by
from the
eliminating
opposition a bit
horses.
now, gets out
So
the lead
the
by
three
a
let the
length and a
one
half.
go.
Back behind that top
One of you is
four
rooting for
going
this
through
one,
Zimbabwe
so I'm
Squad on
rooting for the one.
inside of Ammunition, and three-way last is Hayroll. Mad Dog and Joe in front. Running pretty wide there, Just Start Me Up as they work down the stretch. Muchakova is sharing second with Just Start Me Up, getting closer to the rail now. On their outside is Running for Cover, followed by Infamous Covert Ammunition at the back with Hayroll. And Mad Dog and Joe, the leader by a length to Muchakova. A break of three to Just Start Me Up. And on the outside goes Running for Cover, one to Infamous Covert, forced to take back there.
I mean, the jockey, the two is the class of the race, but it's been off the layoff. It looks like it's doing really well and running good, and you can see this horse's jockey standing on the horse right now.
Running for cover, coming up on the outside of Just Start Me Up.
I can get fishing. Sounds like a blast.
Working into it quickly, three wide. Then Hayroll, Infamous Covert's been in traffic, has got to last. And as they race along towards the three, out in front by a length and a half.
Two just got swallowed up.
Running for cover moves up. On the inside, Muchakova. Ammunition is in fourth. One away, Just Start Me Up. And then Hayroll, Infamous Covert, trying to run into it as they come down to the final bend and Running for Cover, pushing for the lead. Mad Dog and Joe and Running for Cover turn in front. One to Muchakova, 2 lengths away, Just Start Me Up, coming up on the inside, down in front. Running for Cover took over. Muchakova running a big race. Then Mad Dog and Joe.
And two's coming back now.
Up the
so the class of the race is going to win.
Going to the front, Muchakova.
Off the layoff.
Running for cover, and then came Infamous Covert, but Muchakova's raced away, and Muchakova goes.
And that's the SOR.
Muchakova first, Running for cover.
2, 4, 5.
A tough trip, Infamous Covert ahead away third, and then Just Start Me Up, Ammunition.
So we've got that in the. We're moving on. That's not a bad horse for the pick 5. It's not a bad horse. Well, it's not that I didn't like that horse. We pointed out that the horse, it was the top SOR by far, not even close, but it was off of a layoff. But look, that just goes to show you when you get that class relief like that. So, and the horse only run once, a new trainer, and ran good. So it was just a wide open race on paper, but it's easy to say after the fact. But yeah, the horse was the top class in the race.
There's 2, Muchakova, a place photo, 2 and a photo, first quarter 22 and 4.
All right. Well, moving on in the pick 5. That's nice. You had a 4-1 and 4-1 in consecutive races. Yeah, the trainer change is good. Telling you, if you can somehow in a tough race like we did in the first leg, you can single a horse and you get by that race and you can spread out in the other races. You are looking so good. That's how you hit these tickets. So we still have 3 legs to go, but that's an example. Okay. Let's did Saratoga go off yet? You have a top GSR and you have a top pace number and you have a second top win percentage. So AE morning line is 6-1 and it's EquinEdge's second pick. It's going to get a good trip from that post. It doesn't have to have the lead. The problem is, the negative is the SOR is low. It's one of the lowest. And so the 2 horses I would lean towards are the 3 and the 5. Well, I like the 6 a bit too. Hold on here. I would love to the 9, but it came in 1, 3, 5, or that's where the 4 wins. No. Who won did Saratoga go off yet or no? I would probably lean towards the 3 and 5. It's done. Who won? Who won? Oh, it came in 4-1. All right, let's get to Laurel. It's so hard when we can't see him. Okay. So the 9 horse, we talked about this horse earlier. It's just got such a pace advantage. It's got class. I'll give you a horse that maybe could be second. That's the 5 horse Papa Law. This horse has some class, will probably be a little bit tactical. So, but Boats are Rockin' is going to be tough on the lead. I love Pratt. Yeah, I love Pratt. You see how important that SOR is? That 9 horse looked very good on paper, but then you look at the SOR and you go, shit, it all means nothing because the SOR is so low. I mean, I'm going to say nothing, but the SOR is so very important to everything. Look at the win, you look at the pace, but you got to have the SOR. Unless you're really lightly raced and maybe you're just moving up in class and you don't know the horse's level. So Niraj, you like the 1A. I think 9's going to win for fun. And I think the 5's got a shot. The 1 and 1A, of course, have a shot, but yeah, I mean, the 9's gone. How are you going to catch the 9? 12 horse is, I mean, everything is pointing towards this 12 horse running a good race except for the post, right? Except for the post. That's no bueno. I mean, and you should put a note on that horse because maybe you could get a winner next time out. Bad post here. So for me, 9 over the 1 and 5. I'm going to try to beat that 12.
On the turf course now, 4th race.
I can't wait to watch this race. You use the 12? David, yeah, I mean, I don't blame you for using the 12. The post is not good. Good connections. Still liking this 5 some. I'm going to have to put some money in my account. I'm going to play that big 6 with you guys for sure.
Approaching the gate.
All right. Locked and loaded. I mean, the 9 horse is 4 to 5 right now. How's this horse not 3 to 5? So I'm actually going to bet this because this 9 is a free score to me. So I'm going to do a 9-5.
Set to load down to the 4th.
And I'm going to do a trifecta. 9, all 5. I don't think the 3 is going to run though. And I don't like the 1.
Pretty good year. Beltway Bob in. Took Kiss.
3 to 5 now. So I'm not going to bet it to
Irish
win because
Riviera.
I'm not going to bet 3 to 5 to win. But the 9 should be
Golden
long
Lion.
gone.
Super E.
Well, no, I did say in my defense, I said I was going to play the pick 6.
1-2 Kid. Boats are rocking 3 to 5.
What do you got to call me out for, man? The rail's out. That's a good point. That's a really good point too.
Paper Law. Up against it. In the rough. Boats are rocking with that usual early foot. Goes right over
Wow,
to
the
rail at
12
70
really
feet.
got a
Boats Are
good
Rocking
trip.
Clears off by too early.
Oh,
Up
can I
against it in
change
the
my
second,
bet to the
Golden
12,
Lion down
please?
inside,
9,
racing in
12.
third position. Then it's back to
Wow.
Maple Law. And
That jockey on that
Kisses
12
next
did
to
a
the
really
outside.
good job.
Pretty good year, ground saving. Irish Riviera racing to the back of the pack. 1-2 Kid, third to last position, and Super E. And trailing the
Amazing
field
job
is
by that
Beltway
jockey on the
Bob.
12.
About 15 lengths will cover front to back. And so Boats are rocking the favorite out there where he likes to be on the lead by a length and a half or so from second up against it. Another 3 lengths back. Golden Line up just in third and Papal Law. Papal Law now takes third. They are followed by Pretty Good Year and Toe Curlin Kiss racing side by side. 1-2 Kid. Beltway Bob's moved up from last position. Irish Riviera and Super E trailing. Heading off of the far turn run. It's a 2.5 length lead for Boats are rocking. Boats are rocking with up against it in pursuit. 3 more lengths back in Papal Laws in third position. Toe Curlin Kiss starting on wind there. Toe Curlin Kiss fourth now within 5 of the lead. Beltway Bob on the outside. Back to 1-2 Kid. Then Pretty Good Year. And Super E is now passing a tired Golden Line of Irish Riviera trailing the field. Boats are rocking up against it on the outside. Comes knocking. Boats are rocking up against it on the outside. Length and a half. Papal Law lurks just in behind them. They're followed by 1-2 Kid at the far outside. Ground saving Pretty Good Year. Boats are rocking just in front.
Oh
Papal
my
Law.
God, the
Pink
5's going to
Clippers
win?
now coming now. Here's Papal Law. Papal Law striking a narrow lead. A furlong left to go. The outside is 1-2 Kid. Papal Law. 1-2 Kid. Boats are rocking up against it in between horses. Battles on and Pretty Good Year. Papal Law to do it. Papal Law 12-1 coming home into Caramonas. 1-2 Kid was second. A Pretty Good Year. And they're followed by up against it. The Boats are rocking.
I mean, I'm seeing things, something. What a disappointing effort from the 9. Wow. That 5 horse, though, Papa Law, we looked at that. So here's how I found the 5. So I sort the pace, and I see that this horse has some decent pace. I see it's 8%. If you throw out the 9, 8% fits with both the 1 and 1A, right? And then I see the class of the 5, and I see a 59. It's the only way I found it, but that's how I found it. So you can see a lot of things by sorting. That's why we created these sort buttons. Second time starter here, very slow. Off a layoff, hard read. For Andrew Brad Cox, the horse was meant to be, I guess. Let's see here. So I would imagine EquinEdge second pick, 21%. Second top GSR, the 9 horse might run a good race. Seems to have some speed. this first-time starter. So maybe the 9 horse, I would watch that. You might get a price there. Yeah, it got bet late, didn't it, Pino? I saw that. Thanks, Rob. Thank you. Yeah, we're going to look at that in a second. Nice. You backed that, Catherine? Good job. Hey, that's all I care about. You bet, but you're right. But if somebody wins and just from us talking, that makes me happy. The 9 is very interesting at Churchill Downs. I'm watching it with you guys right now. So the 1 horse jockey got tossed.
And is running loose on the track on the clubhouse turn. Keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, the rest of the field heads up the backstretch, and also police report Manny Franco up and on his feet. So down the backstretch they go, and Black Forest has come away with the lead. Key of Life is racing in second to the length and a half off. Zumarin is third and down toward the rail.
Look at the jockey's legs on the 6 and the 7 for that matter on the brakes.
Is 6. Valiant Praise is 7th. Moody's at 8th.
9's running.
Is at the back of the pack.
9 is really running.
Indeed, Zytlos has been corralled on the club.
The jockey literally just grabbed him right now,
Black Forest,
which to me tells me he's got some horse.
Right there, putting the pressure
now
on
he
the
just
corner.
asked.
These two head and head off the turn. Margot in a bubble bath is 3 lengths farther back in third. Moody's on the scene late, top of the stretch. Key of Life.
So now he's leveling out.
Black Forest.
So 7's going to win the race.
Customer down toward the rail. Key of Life is roused to the lead at the 8th pole. Black Forest comes right back, but Key of Life with a short lead at the 16th and is now opening up. It will be Key of Life to win it by 2.5 in the end. Black Forest was second. Margot in a bubble bath. Valiant Praise for Moody.
So those were the top 2 morning lines, EE morning lines as well. So the first-time starters really didn't run. All right, let's get to Gulfstream Park. So we're live in the pick 5 over at Woodbine, which is very good. Next race is the pick 6. So we'll cover that in a second. We're going to look at the pick 5 here first. I've got some notes. The 1 has a big pace advantage. Now, I was using this example earlier, and I said, I don't love the 1 because I've seen it have a big pace advantage before and lose, but it's still got such a huge pace advantage. It's got some class. It does have a low GSR, but it's 5-1 in the EquinEdge morning line. So this is what we talk about when we say going away from the system. But I don't know. The system's all over because live is life. This ran very professionally in its first start, and GSR goes up 8 points. We've got 6-5 on the EquinEdge morning line. The horse is 6-5. Top EquinEdge pick, 36%, and has the second top GSR next to the 6 horse, who's got a 73 GSR. So 10 points higher. And I noticed that the horse is training very good, and the GSR towers over these. So maybe you can get rid of the 4. The 8 horse is a second-time starter who broke perfectly last time out, but against better horses and was 5 wide, had the 10 hole. You're not winning from the 10 hole from there. Was wide. Zayas jumps back aboard, now jumps from 8% to 28%. It's a hard read. I think the 5 is going to be really tough to beat. I really do. 3-2 right now. The 2, I didn't see this one coming. If 5-1 in the EquinEdge morning line, first of all, I will say this: the EquinEdge long shots. You guys know what I'm going to say. They are tough with first-time starters. Oh, I don't know how they did that. I literally can't eliminate that. I cannot delete it at all. That's crazy how they do that.
Still time for wagers. It's race 5, start of a pick 3.
It's just it's a track. It's a training track in Florida. Dream Night, the 6-horse. As far as workouts go, I like the 6, and the GSR is tremendous. You know, sometimes these metrics get on a roll. Maybe the 6-horse Dream Night is the horse. You know, maybe 6-5. I think the 5 is going to run good. Again, the 1 could go gate to wire, guys, and it did have the 11 hole last time out. And we know that it's really tough to win from those posts. Look at the 5. 5 ran good and had the 9 hole last time out, going 1 turn. You can't be that wide and win. The 8 horse had the 10 hole, same thing. This is a wide open race. Wide open race. Paul Meadows. Thank you, Daryl. So I honestly don't have a strong opinion. I don't have a strong opinion.
It's now post time. Lining up and moving in for race number 5, starting leg of a pick 3, 6 to 5.
The 1 has a big pace advantage and draws the inside now from the 11 hole to the inside. You're not winning from the 11 hole. Going 6 furlongs here at Gulfstream Park. So maybe give the 1 a long look.
Computing with Peregrino G taking his spot in line.
I'd imagine the 5 and the 8, one of those is going to run better as well.
Hello, Jack. Hello, Jack is ready.
The algorithm, the long shot algorithm can't choose the 6 because it's looking for horses that are 6 to 1 or above.
Live is life.
So I was impressed with the 5, and it jumps up 8 points. I would probably stick with the 5, but the 1's going to take them a long way. I'm starting to get caught up on the 1 a little bit as well. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just not going to be much help in this race. I really am not. I'm just, of course, anytime. My pleasure. I'm curious to see how the 6 is going to run because the GSR has been on fire today, and that's a big GSR. So we'll see.
Dream Night.
So I'm just watching with you guys on this one.
Son of Florida Derby winner, always.
But next race, pick 6, mandatory payout. 3-4 million in there.
Edgar Zayas on congruent to complete the line.
Yeah, I think so too, Jeff. I think so too.
And
8 didn't break well.
Checked hard at the break was Hello
Well,
Jack.
we knew the one would have the
At
lead,
rail,
right?
the
That's not a
super
surprise to
computing
any of
comes
us.
out firing, moving to take second is Dream Knight, congruent on the outside.
The first-time
third.
starter, EquinEdge,
An early fourth down at the rail goes
or top
Peregrino
GSR is in
G.
second.
Two back to not normal after a
Congruent
terrible
is
start.
running a good
Driven
race
is Hello
right now.
Jack. The leader is Super Computing, and Edwin Gonzalez clear by 2.5. Congruent's out in the center while racing in second.
I like the confidence right now of Luis Saez on the 8. I'll say that. Seems very confident.
A gap of 3 to
And the horse just
Peregrino G,
moved up
then
there and made
normal,
up
and
a
far back
length
to
and a
Hello
half
Jack.
without even
Into
asking.
backstretch and move on to the
6 is
fourth turn,
done.
3.5
5 is
furlongs
done.
to race. Super Computing
Now it looks
leads
like
by
this
3
is
quarters
races
of the lane.
between the 8 and the
Trying to
1.
bridge the gap second is Congruent, working 2.5 better than Dream Knight, who's together with Live as Life. Another 2 more to Peregrino G, who's 6 in front of Not Normal, and Hello Jack is last. At the 5/16, Zayas moves on Congruent to take the lead. Super Computing is second, and he's not been asked to kick yet. Gonzalez trying to wait as long as he can. Into the clear comes Live as Life, and they're at the top of the stretch. Congruent committed for home now. He has 3/16 more to find and 2 lengths in hand. Live as Life is second. Down the center and Dream Knight with 1/8 of a mile to go. Congruent is responding in kind to jockey Edgar Zayas. Peregrino G begins to run home well.
How about
He has a
this? Look
shot
at the
for
EquinEdge
second,
long
but
shot,
home
the 2.
cooled is Congruent. He's in front.
Wow.
Peregrino G not only did get up for second, he made ground on the winner. Third
Wow.
was Live as Life, 125 and
That was impressive. So you wonder why the EquinEdge long shot's so good with first-time starters, right? So if I'm playing in a tournament, I might key the 2 in the first and second and third spots, right? So 6 just wasn't good enough, had no issues. 5 wasn't good enough, and the 8 horse ran good. The 2 horse, let's just see if it wants more distance. See, it does. Look at the distances. Mile and 70, 8.5, 10 furlongs, 8 furlongs, 9. So this is a decent animal. Just wants more distance. Did you see the ground that horse was making up? One to watch for sure. Now, by the way, eventually we're going to have an EquinEdge stable, and maybe even before the end of the year. And that stable is going to be where you're going to be able to go to all the horses that are entered, horses that are running tomorrow, and horses that are running today. You'll be able to go and not just have your notes, but you'll be able to follow those horses and see when the horses that you're following are running. So sometimes you have a note on a horse, and then sometimes you're following a horse. So you'll be able to follow those very easily. So that's coming as well. Huge, huge changes coming to EquinEdge. All right, let's get out to Woodbine because we are alive. And we are alive in the pick 5 to... All right. Nice single, Brent. Jeez, you're on fire. Okay, we have 2, 3, 4, and 5 here to move on to pick 5 over at Woodbine. 2, 3, 4, and 5. No, I don't know. I hadn't heard. Isn't he running? Isn't Paco been? I think he's been racing over at Monmouth Park, right? Is he not running? Yeah, he's at Monmouth. He got second in that race. Third in that race. And he won that race. So, yeah, Paco's alive and well. All right, we've got the 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, we're going to need, if we can get by this race with either 2, 3, 4, or 5, it's going to be big.
To the starting gate, they're being called forward.
But it's a wide open race.
Starlight Ridge is the first to come up. This race 7 furlongs on the EP-tailored turf commences the pick 4. And the favoured runner, number 3, Millie Girl, who is an impressive debut winner. at this very trip. 1 of 2 from the barn of John Martini, Hit and Run, goes to gate 2.
Such a
Followed
wide
along
open
by
race.
the race
It's a
favorite,
really,
Billy
really
Go.
wide open race. The 3-horse, there's a lot going for the 3-horse after a bad break like that, for sure.
Declan Carroll, gate number 3.
No question. And we don't know the upside of this horse, but if I
Gambling
had one
Cat.
horse, I would probably choose the
up.
3 Millie Girl. But let's say if we can try to
The
beat
other
her,
one
we
of
would love
John
the 4 to
Martini is
win,
Emily,
who was 10 to 1 on the
gate
EquinEdge morning line. I think the 4 has a big look, Gambling Cat too. So we'll see what happens. But we have the 2, 3, 4,
Musical
and
Ride.
5 to move on. And the 2 should have the
Number
lead
6, so not too far
from
away
what it
a
looks
start.
like on the pace number. It says the 2 Hit and Run has a 70 pace. That's a big advantage and has some class as well. So we'll see what
Bobby's
happens.
Legacy.
You know, if I had
That's
one
in
horse, I
last
think
is
I'd probably
Gloriana.
take the 5. Let's see what happens.
Gloriana to the outside gate. Fillies and mares all in and locked up. Billy Girl restless. Locked up on the outside, Gloriana.
$101,000 purse, 7 furlongs.
Settle. And they're off. And Gloriana best out with Musical Ride. Emmeline showing up in the center with Gambling Cat, and Millie Girl coming through. Hit and Run is there with Starlight Ridge. Gloriana takes the drop. And last early is Bobby's Legacy. And as they settle, there's 5 across the track. And now Hit and Run hits the lead. A half to Millie Girl on the pace on the inside. Starlight Ridge, a length to Emmeline, drops to 4th from Musical Ride. Gambling Cat at the back, 2 lengths away are both Gloriana and Bobby's Legacy. With the early advantage, Hit and Run, Millie Girl on the outside within 3 parts of a length. Emmeline goes up to 3rd. On the outside of Gambling Cat and up the rail, Starlight Ridge, a length to Musical Ride. Gloriana tracks, and on the inside is Bobby's Legacy. Only 4 lengths first to last at best. Hit and Run in front at the 3.5 by a neck. Millie Girl on the outside. Off the track goes Musical Ride. Emmeline pushed up in the center. Starlight Ridge is handy. Coming around them is Gloriana, Gambling Cat between runners and going to the rail. Bobby's Legacy as they fan for home, and Hit and Run leads the way. Millie Girl in second, Starlight Ridge the center, down the outside, Musical Ride, Gloriana producing a nice run. Millie Girl's gone to the front, and here's Gloriana. Gloriana down the outside of the track, chasing, and they've gone clear. Out in front, Millie Girl and Gloriana the outside. Millie Girl in front. Gloriana.
You're not catching the 3.
Clear of Gambling
We're
Cat,
moving
Starlight
forward.
Ridge, and Millie Girl pushing away from them to win again. Millie Girl by 2 lengths to
394.
Gloriana. Gambling Cat
Actually,
third.
4 did not have a
Starlight
good
Ridge
trip.
fourth,
You might
and
want to
then
put a note on that
Bobby's
4.
Legacy. 121.48.
That's true, Aaron. That is true. But it's all relative to them, though. That 4 horse, not a good trip. All right, moving forward. Yeah, Brent's going really good. It doesn't. It uses, Robbie uses each horse separately. It uses each horse separately. Okay, so we've got some time. Saratoga only has a few horses in the race, 4 horses to be exact. And we got the pick 6 coming up at Gulfstream Park, so we are going to focus in on that. Gulfport, I mean, this horse just looks really tough to beat, right? Pace of the race is the 1. Throughout the last race on the 3, maybe a 4-3 exacta. It's worth a risk. And then maybe, yeah, I'm just going to take a risk on the 4-3. 2 to 5. It's not worth betting to win. Okay. So I'm going to watch that with you guys. So this is a $200,000 Saratoga Special Stakes. It's a grade 2, actually. They're going 6.5 furlongs. and they're almost at the gate. So we've got Laurel Park coming up in 5 minutes, but we're going to go straight to that pick six over at Gulfstream Park. Oh, excuse me. I need some coffee. Now I'm taking a chance on the 4-3.
The horses are now approaching the starting gate.
One's going to have the lead, but has no class. And this horse was losing ground in its last race. So I don't like that. 2 horses, 9-5, but it's 6-1 on the EquinEdge morning line. I found that interesting. The horse won easy last time out. It did. That was actually pretty impressive. I don't know how strong the field was, but it did it easy and it beat 10 other horses. So, you know, and the system has 4-2, no doubt about it. Like, there's no trifecta in here, or else I'd cover myself with a 4-2-3. But I'm going to take a chance that maybe the 3 horse who had the 12 hole last time out and broke 11th, maybe this horse can run better. That's the chance. I think the 3 will be closer to the pace as well. You know, I don't know what it is with Rosario. I don't know about you guys. I mean, he just seems to win everything, but every time I bet him, he loses. I don't know. And not only does he lose, I see him give horses bad rides. He's the most successful, shitty jockey I've ever seen in my life. Is it me? He's strong as hell. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. Yeah, that sounds good, Catherine. Oh my God. No yawning.
And we're set for the start. And rough. Go for it. Broke well on the outside. Valenzen Day is right there as they move up the backstretch. It is Go for it, Valenzen Day, and they're joined on the inside by...
Now, I figured the 3 would be closer to the pace, but you don't want to see a horse in between. And look at the 2. I mean, 2 is just sitting beautifully.
Battle here as they continue up the Saratoga backstretch, and now Super Chow has come away with a half-length lead. In between horses is Valenzen Day, and on the outside is the favorite Gulfport. Damon's Mound remains in 4 through a quarter in 21.
I mean, that's just crazy.
Seconds as they go
3's
around
done.
the far turn. It is Super Chow in front.
How about the 2? Maybe this 2's the real deal.
And then comes Gulfport. As Valenzen Day is dropped out of it, Damon's Mound.
Wow, look at this 2. Ooh. That 4 was never winning that race, though, which stinks.
25 seconds. It is Super Chow and Damon's Mound on the outside, and Gulfport trying to get back in it again. It is Damon's Mound.
Oh, 2's all over the place.
Super Chow runs in second, and Gulfport is third. Farther back, Valenzen Day as they head for the 16th pole. Damon's Mound has built a 4-length lead. Gulfport in second, and it will be Damon's Mound to win the 117th Saratoga Special.
Are you going to expect an inquiry for sure in that race?
1 minute 17 and 4:50.
All right, Laurel Park. So fits class-wise, the 199 on the pace, 37%, even money, top EquinEdge pick.
5th race, best turned out runner of this race is Detairs Gold for
Hot jockey.
Ramirez. Best turned out.
Barbosa, Jamie Ness. I know, huh, Daryl? I mean, yeah. Rosario is not my favorite. It's interesting right now that the 1 horse is 5-2. going 6 furlongs, has a big pace advantage. Let's see if it had a big pace advantage here. So over at Laurel last time out. Let's take a look. Hopefully we can look at this. Not a lot of horses in the race. It had a 95 pace. And a horse came from dead last. Didn't have an advantage. This horse was 31%, top pick, 95 pace, and lost the race. And lost it by a couple of lengths. So that's Dare Gold. Now gets 6 furlongs. How does this horse not win this race? This is what's so rough about horse racing. This horse will show some speed before stopping. You can get rid of the 2. Most likely won't be in the money. Mrs. Cruz is just doing nothing. I mean, this horse had an easy lead last time. Now it's got to go 6 furlongs. Very interesting that it's even money on the EquinEdge morning line. Well, what was it here, actually? It was even money here as well. I mean, from that perspective, I think maybe I would not use the 1 and I would use the 5. This horse is tactical, but it doesn't seem to have the class. So I probably wouldn't like the 3 that much, I don't think. 7 horse from that post. This horse seems to need the lead for its best, so I wouldn't like the 7 either. So I like the 4 and the 5. I think the 4 is going to run a better race for sure. So I like the EquinEdge long shot and the 5. You might want to put a little bit of money to win on the 4 as well. Don't forget, we've got the mandatory payout over at Gulfstream. We're going straight there. Let's see. That might be a good point actually on the 1. So that horse did have it had some time off, about 6 weeks. And 5:30. It had 3 works. And they looked like good works. I don't know. Even the time before that against an easier group going 6 furlongs, the horse had the lead and was slowing down. You see how this horse is usually losing ground? I don't know. And this horse was 50 cents on the dollar and 80 cents on the dollar. It's a real tough one to key. I just have to, it certainly can win, but I have to bank that the horse is going to stop. Number 7.
Moving in for the start of the Rainbow Pick 6.
I mean, if you look at the 7 horse, the only time it's run well is when it had the lead. When it doesn't get the lead, it just kind of hovers there. There was only 5 other horses in that race and it got 3rd. So I don't love the 7. 7's going to look dangerous on the outside, but I don't think the 7 finishes. I think at the top of the stretch it just starts slowing down. That's what I see from the 7. I'm praying that somebody like pushes the 1. I think it's 4 and 5 all day. Mandatory payout. Pick 6 coming up at Gulfstream Park. It says 6 minutes. It'll be 15. It says 10 minutes. It'll be 15 minutes easy. Mandatory payout.
Sick back Sarah's in, our true sensation. Eloquent Lady. Hufflepuff. That there's gold. Mrs. Cruz. Stay out.
So this is not my ticket. This is not my ticket. This is Pasquale. So
First, our true sensation out of the inside. Hufflepuff is in between horses with early speed. On the inside,
shock. The one screwed that the 7 got the lead.
On the inside, stay out, grab
the jockey on the 1 needs to send right now. Go.
Our true sensation. Hufflepuff is next, and Debt Dare's Gold about 4.5 from the speed of stay out. Back to Mrs. Cruz.
Now I never could have suspected that the 7 could have got the lead.
Eloquent Lady last at about 11 and 12 off of speed. Stay out, showing the way at a good pace. Debt Dare's Goal of the outside of our true sensation.
I mean, that was the only way that 7 had a chance of winning. So the 1 did him a favor.
Then back to Hufflepuff, another 5 to Mrs. Cruz.
So those of you that bet the 7 have to be happy about this right now.
The stretch, it's Stay Out nearing the quarter pole with a 2-length lead. Sick Pack Sarah willing under drive their second spot. Sick Pack Sarah angled and tipped to the outside now is Stay Out. Stay Out, Sick Pack Sarah on the outside, charging hard from second. Hufflepuff down to the inside in third. Debt Dare's Goal at our true sensation past that furlong marker. Stay Out, staying on. Stay Out with a 2.5 3-length lead from Sick Pack Sarah and Hufflepuff third as they're close to home. Stay Out, Carlos Lopez with a double. Stay Out, Hustle.
Nice. What a nice ride.
Crosses the line first.
Sometimes post position can make all the difference, but that was a hell of a ride by the jockey on the 7. Wow. Did not see that coming. Nice going for those of you that had that horse. Okay. So I can't find my ticket right now. So we're going to reinvent the wheel here. I know that for sure this is a single for me. The 8. Ghost in You. Now the 1 horse is dropping in class. It does. But I didn't think the 7 was going to get the lead. The 1 was way faster, but the 1 broke slow and the jockey on the 7 was all out. That was a smart move. Really smart move. Okay, I got to remember what I did. I also had Pasquale's ticket in here. So jockey trainer combination on this 8 horse is 35%. Edward Pleza Jr. and Kevin Krieger. So, and this horse will have the lead. It has class. This horse could be tough. I'm just going to tell you that this horse could be tough going gate to wire. It likes 7 furlongs. Last time out, I looked at this race. Let me see. Let's take a closer look. And there was a faster horse in this race, or as fast, Octane, and really pushed this horse. And Octane has some class, but couldn't get the lead. Couldn't get the lead. Who else wins the lead? This horse wins the lead and then just stopped and got 4th. But that was a much, much tougher group than what's lined up in here. But there's some hard knockers in here as well. So I just thought this race was wide open, now that I'm remembering. And then in here, I thought the same thing. $11 races today. Now, Oriental Park is definitely the horse to beat. But you have two horses here that are pretty fast in the 6 and the 9. Now, as far as closers go, I mean, it looks like the 8 is the best closer. Now, what's interesting is Vasquez is off of the 8, Oriental Park, and Reyes is aboard. But the jockey trainer combination is 0 for 7. Now, the system already accounts for that, no doubt about it. But it just may be worth it may be worth trying to spread. This 9 horse seems to need the lead for its best. And we already talked about the straightaway jockeys, horses winning from the 9 hole, but this 6 is faster, but the 9's going to be like right on his butt. So can the speed hold? I mean, that's such a tough one. This is a really tough race. What about the 3 coming from behind? I mean, I just think that it's a hard read. It's a very hard read. Now, I'm going to show you the ticket I'm playing. I mean, I would always lean towards class for sure. I really like this 2 horse a lot, but I didn't like the 3% jockey trainer combination. But the 1 and 2 hole went a lot. 7's very fast, and it was just claimed by Elizabeth Douglas. And this is the race where you could get a long shot as well, although I like the 1 and 2. So I'm just going to, you guys can see the ticket I'm going to play. And then you already know that I'm leaning towards the 1 and 2 in here. Okay. Caminero, and I'll figure it out for sure. But I'm going to spread. And I like the 8, Ghost in You, with Zayas and Safi Joseph. All right, so you still have a little bit of time. We've got we're live in the pick 5 over at Woodbine, and we'll look at that in a second. But I want to look at this a little bit closer. So for those of you, I know most of you are playing this. I just find this race really wide open. I didn't know why Vasquez. Why would you take Vasquez off of this horse when it barely lost, and it won the time before that? It just doesn't make any sense to me. And did Vasquez really choose the 2 over these horses? He's getting off of the 4 and the 8. This horse looks like hell on paper. And all it's really done is break its maiden against a 36 group. And all of a sudden now you get Vasquez to jump aboard. So you can see the confusion, right? These are fair questions that I'm asking. The 9 horse, you just don't win from that. post and the horse needs the lead and the 6 is faster. Can the 6 go gate to wire? Maybe. But even when it's had easy leads, it's just stopped. You see what I mean? And then you have the 3 horse here who could just pick them all up late. Do you see this here? I don't, but could it happen? I guess it could. It was 1% and 4% to win those last 2. Nothing. It broke 10th. It didn't seem to like the synthetic that much. Now it's on the dirt sprinting. The only time it went 5.5 on the dirt sprinting, it won. You see what I mean? So, I mean, it's a really wide open race, and it's just it's a hard one. You know, is the 8 a single? I mean, this horse would be 1 to 9, probably if Vasquez is aboard. We don't know the real story, do we? Because we're not in the know. So that's a tough one. On paper, the 8 looks like the nuts. It just does. And look at the 2 horse getting bet late. 3 to 1 right now. I mean, the 8 does look tough. Whatever the reason is that the jockey Vasquez got off of the 8, I don't know. But the 8 does look very, very tough in here, doesn't it? It can rate. But I don't know. Five horse field at 7 to 1. All right, so I'm singling the 8, and I'm considering. I don't know if I'm going to play this big because I do like the 1 and the 2. I think the 7's going to stop. But it's 5 to 1. New trainer. All right, pick 6. 2, 3, 6, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9. Singling the 8. Ghost for you. Ghost in you. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. All right. So you know that my best bet in the sequence is the 8. Ghost in you. I didn't feel like the 1 was coming into the race very good. Didn't run good against better competition. Really never ran. The only time it did win was when it was 39% and it barely won the race. So I was actually pretty impressed with this 8 horse, the way it finished against these better horses. It actually was finishing in the race and off of a layoff, comes back at the same surface and distance. And this horse galloped out tremendously against better horses. Edgar Zayas jumps aboard. I think at this level, they're going for the win. Horse is in for a tag. So, to me, it looks like this horse can still run okay. The way the horse galloped out told me the horse is still doing fine. It just needed to find its level. $22,000 purse. They're like, hey, let's just get the purse, pick it up, and go. I think the 8's going to be your favorite. So at the gate at Woodbine, over at Woodbine, we are alive to the 1, 4, 5, and 7. 1, 4, 5, and 7 at Woodbine. I have no idea which horse of those is going to win. I'm just rooting for 1, 4, 5, or 7. Four horses really acting up right now.
So to which ways?
So that's not a good sign.
So to
Your favorite.
Junie. Those riders all to the side, coming forward now.
What's wrong with this 7 horse? Keep coming back to this 7. I really like the workouts here. I really like this workout here on July 30th. So
not happy with things with tag team has backed this horse out. Tag team, the favorite behind the line. So more to come here with tag team and which ways rider out the saddle. It looks like there's a delay.
So they're going to back him out of the gate. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised the way the 4 was acting up if they scratched the 4, but that's 53,000 in the win pool.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 4 tag team is a late vet scratch.
Wow.
The favorite. Number 4 tag team is officially out.
So tag team is out.
Stewards acting on vet advice. Number 4 tag team. Who is
now this could work out in our advantage. We have the 4, 5, and 7 now. Hopefully, one of those 3 is not going to be the favorite, but they're going to be. They won't work out in our favor.
At the time of the jump was around 5 or 6 to 1.
So we have 1, 5, and 7. One of those is going to be your favorite. And the way it looks, most likely it's going to be the 7. Gotta be. Nice, Joe. So that changed the complexion big time. All right, they're on the track. There's $1.2 million almost in the pick 6 total pool. Mandatory payout today. The 8's the favorite, 7 to 5. The horse to beat. I'm just hoping by a miracle we can try to beat this horse. So that would be great. So they're loaded back up quickly, which I like. I'll tell you what, the 1 horse looks really good on the track.
Well, what's intriguing now is to check the betting because it was a very clear hot favorite.
It was.
There was a big gap out to the second pick. So now the favorite is the 7, Adderby at 5 to 2. Number 1, Witch Hazel 3 to 1. Number 5, Which Way 7 to 2. And number 6, Esme 6 to 1. So we'll have to wait another day for tag team, but they're coming in as Witch Hazel and on the inside, Jump and Junie are called back up with Panic Switch, gate 3. Which Ways has gate 5.
So they headed the gate.
Esme into gate number 6.
Over at Gulfstream Park. Hopefully we can get this Woodbine in.
At 6 to 1.
Because we're alive in the pick 5.
The
now we're alive to the 4, 5, and 7. If the 7 wins, then we'll be alive twice, is how that works.
Coming along for a start is Adderby. The Jamie Attard runner is Hear Me Knocking. Adderby has gone up. Gate to be secured now. Hear Me Knocking.
All right, they're at the gate now. So we're going to be right on top of each other. We're going to try to stay here at Woodbine right now
and
get right out there.
Combined in the previous, they look for another one. Bijou Baby.
All right.
Almost right out.
One more left to load.
Is the rider of Centenary. Emma Jane getting back. And now it'll be Centenary.
I was impressed with the way the one looked.
So the field almost ready to go. Centenary to gate number 10. All in and locked up. On their way, and best out, Centenary going to the front, Adderby soon after, and Which Way's in the center with Witch Hazel driving on the inside to go through. A line of 4, 2 lengths to Jump and Junie, and Hear Me Knocking's on the pace. 4 lengths away, Bijou Baby, Panic Switch, and last is Esme. Torrent pace early, going to the front, Witch Hazel from Which Ways. A length away is Adderby, and off the track is Centenary. Hear Me Knocking, running a nice race. Over on the inside, trying to stay with them, Jump and Junie losing touch there. And Esme starts to hike around from the back, is 3 lengths behind, making ground with Bijou Baby second last. Panic Switch at the back and clearing them. Witch Hazel with the benefit of experience at about 2 in front. In second, Which Ways and Adderby on the outside. Then Centenary, Hear Me Knocking, and 3 or 4 to Esme, and sticking on is Jump and Junie. Witch Hazel by a length to Which Ways on the outside, Adderby. Behind them is Centenary, and now they're coming after Witch Hazel, Which Ways and Adderby. Witch Hazel still in front, Which Ways the center, Adderby on the outside, then Centenary, Which Ways trying desperately, Adderby on the outside. They range up to Witch Hazel, a line of 3. Witch Hazel, Which Ways and Adderby. What a great race between the trio. And in the center, Which Ways narrowly, Which Ways, Adderby, Which Ways in front, and Which Ways the winner, Adderby second.
That's the best possible scenario for us, is that 5 winning, actually.
Got 4th from Jump and Junie.
That's really a nice hit right there. Which way? 7-2 on the morning line. That's good. So what a good race. We had to sweat a little bit. It did look like the horses were coming, didn't it?
Chips all in on Lake Leo, 3 furlongs from home and 5 on top. Here's Dirt Road Dollars making good ground. He's up on the outside into second. Around Awesome Pudding, who's now third. Trying to run home from the back is Small Reason, Oriental Park. He better pick up his feet and do it pretty soon. He got shuffled back. He lost his spot. And now he's 6 lengths off the lead with Small Reason moving to challenge for the lead. There's a 1/4 mile left to go here. Up
Come on, 3.
Small Reason on the far outside, sweeping forward to take the lead.
Let's go, 3.
Real Verrazano in the sky got through. Oriental Park just not firing today.
Let's go, 3.
Small Reason makes a sustained run from the back under jockey Sonny Leone, and he's a winner. He's 8-1. He's Small Reason.
And
Wide 2.5.
Which Ways
Verrazano
over
in the
7
sky
Adderby.
was second.
All right.
Dirt Road Dollars, then Oriental Park, and Awesome Pudding.
7,
Huge.
9, the opening quarter,
Just something didn't seem right, did it?
Half a mile, 45 and 4, 58 and 1.
Some didn't seem right. All right. Those are 2 booms in a row. Two booms in a row. We got the 5 horse to win over at Woodbine, which now leaves us with the 4, 5, 6, and 8. So 4 horses in the last leg over at Woodbine. So that's huge. And then getting that 3 horse to beat that big favorite, the 8 horse at even money, huge. And we talked about this horse. Going, this horse is no speed. And these horses, and this horse could just come from behind and just swoop them all up. And that's exactly what happened. Huge. You just knew something was off with this 8, right? Nice, Mike. All right. Look, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's so tough. Like, you go over and you say, okay, I think I have a vulnerable favorite. Well, once you do that, you look at this race and you go, okay, I have to find other things. I have to find strength of race. I've got to find pace. I've got to find win. Oh, just something about this 3 horse. There's really not a lot to go off of, was there? There was something about this 3. And you can't look at the current form. We did say this. This is what we did say. We said 3 back at 11%. This horse got 3rd. And last couple of races, the horse was 1% and 4%. Throw those out. And now the horse is only 7-1 in the EquinEdge morning line. So there's a little bit of a tell right there. And in a wide open race like this, where the favorite might be vulnerable, That's exactly what we got. That was huge. Nice hit. Awesome.
And the winner's circle now. The winner.
I'm happy for you guys, but that's awesome.
Small reason is owned
Let's
by
get the
this
Woodbine.
trained by Ernesto Ochoa.
Let's get the Woodbine home.
Leon.
I'm curious what this Woodbine's going to pay. What do you need, Tony? What do you need? Late pick 5 at Saratoga. Hold on. When is it? Wait, when is it? What do we got right now? All right, let's look at it right now. Wow, this one is bred nicely, Bourbon Bash. This horse is bred very nicely and bred to sprint as well as 6 horse, Mike Maker. What's this horse's story? First time starter, bullet work there. Nice work from the gate. This horse can most likely run. I wouldn't leave the 6 horse out for sure. 5 horse, 23%, and a really nice GSR as well. I mean, from the very beginning, this horse has been working out lights out. This horse can run. Top EquinEdge picked the 5. Look at it from the gate, 5 of 49. So it has a good gate workout. 17 of 45, 27. It's not bad. It's not bad. But I would probably leave this horse out. The 11. Fast gate workouts, but that's it. Plus that post is no bueno. 10 horse, Mr. McGregor. 5, 11, 26, 12 of 73. Again, fast gate workouts. 120, 120, 7 of 120. Okay, fast gate workouts. This horse is probably going to be fast, but bunch of gate works. 2 of 38. Another very fast horse. EquinEdge long shot, though. Can't leave this horse out. So I would use those 4 horses. So, this horse dueled last time out. From the outside post. Like, why are you even dueling? Pressed. Why? Third off a long layoff. And there was some fast horses in there. So that hurt this horse. That's not going to happen in here, I don't think. I would just say this. If you get past, if you beat the 1, then you have to spread. This 1 has burned a lot of money. But it's the highest. Well, no, it was 59% here and lost. It was very rank. It's a little scary. Scotty long shot at 24 to 1, just won. The 7 in race 7 is supposed to be a freak. Oh, General Jim. So, well, thank you for sharing, Dan. That's very good information. So who won, Gary? Are you saying that the EquinEdge long shot won at 24-1 in the 5th race at Saratoga? I just don't see how you could use a horse like this who just broke its maiden against a 46 group barely hanging on. You know, in a race like this, what you're looking for is maybe some young horses that are bred good, that you know are maybe improving. This horse is really dropping. I just think the one horse just looks way too tough for them. I would single the one. It has burned some money, but I think maybe today's the day. Seems to be maturing as well. Early on, it wasn't mature. It does seem to be maturing. Let's see the pace. You have to look at the pace and see and visualize the trip that a horse might get. And the one horse could send from the rail. And with this bullet gate work, the horse is probably very fast. That doesn't mean it's going to win, by the way, but there's a good chance that it could get the lead. This 4 horse was the favorite last time out. And but it is inside, and there's a lot of horses, and so you know a lot of times in a race like this that looks wide open, who's going to get the best trip? So you could get the favorite win at 2-5, which is true, or you could just get a bomb in here. You know, I would play for the bomb. Because we've seen these second-time starters. Okay, so we've got, wow, you have a horse here in the 5 that has a huge pace number. Seven wins for the 3 in 12 tries. I mean, this horse looks like an absolute beast as the class Regal. And this horse has won all these straight races, yet it's not in the top 2 EquinEdge picks. So we know that's happening. Okay. I mean, this is not the worst pick 5 ticket in the world. 29% on this horse. So Greg's Honor. What's the story with this horse? So this horse has no speed, but it has class. So I'm just going to, you'll have to make the choice, but I'll give you these two, $128 ticket. Okay. All right, they're going into the gate over at Laurel Park. And you have a top pace number by far. Horse has class. I like the 7 and the 1. I like the favorites in the race.
Nick Papa
The one
Giorgio.
has 2 wins, 2 seconds, and 7 tries.
So Street
Has the class of the race. Scarlet Sky.
8-5 is
I don't know
favorite.
what's happened in the last few races. It looks like the horses had some bad posts, broke bad. If we can get a good break by the 1-horse
Lined up.
Scarlet Sky, we'll probably win.
And they're off.
And it broke good.
Cannon's Roar was the first to respond away. So Street, but outside there is Summer to Remember. So it's going to be So Street. Summer to Remember moves to second, and Cannon's Roar will settle back in third position. A gap of 4 or 5. Scarlet Sky, Nick Papa Giorgio, and Nathan Detroit trailing the field as they round the turn. Into the turn, and it's So Street leading the way, clear by a couple of lengths from Summer to Remember. Cannon's Roar rating along in third position. Another 2 in Scarlet Sky is next in fourth. Nick Papa Giorgio and Nathan Detroit on the inside. 6.5 lengths will cover them. So Street leads the way on this good going half length in front. Summer to Remember engaging from the outside now, and Summer to Remember. So Street, the pacemakers. Cannon's Roars 3 lengths off them, and Scarlet Skies racing in fourth. Then the outside is Nick Papa Giorgio, Nathan Detroit on the inside, and so
What's up,
Street
Coach?
leads the way with Summer to Remember keeping pressure on the outside. Half
You
mile
had
left
that?
of the line.
Yeah, you always have
Cannon's
those.
Roars in third, and Scarlet
You know how to use
Sky
the
is
system.
fourth now, has 7 to make up. Back to Nick Papa Giorgio, and Nathan Detroit's got to pick up for the back of the inside. Far turn run, So Street, Summer to Remember, and those two throughout. Getting away now by 5 lengths from Cannon's Roar. Scarlet Skies ridden for a little more next, and Nick Papa Giorgio and Nathan Detroit on the inside. So Street speed taking him a long way. Top of the lane, So Street tries to kick and does. Opens up some Summer to Remember. Cannon's Roar's coming with a run
So the
now.
one's just
To
not
the
a good
center of the
horse
track, and
anymore.
Nathan
So
Detroit
just make a
hanging
note of
off the
that.
inside from dead last.
And look at
Nathan
even the
Detroit is
7's
closing
not
to-
going to
here
run.
comes Nathan Detroit.
Crazy.
Nathan
Look at this
Detroit
2's
on
going to
the
catch this
outside
3.
up to
2,
Cannon's
3.
Roar, and Nathan Detroit last to first. Nathan Detroit to do it 7-1 and scoring under William Humphrey. Wins it about a length
Yeah,
from Cannon's
no.
Roar. Foothold third, So Street in there with Nick Papa Giorgio.
So what's the story with that? 2, 3. Yeah, I mean, 19% horse actually, and you're getting 7-1. I mean, that's good value, especially in a race where the 2 favorites are 20% and 24%. You can find some value there, and the fact that the 7 didn't get the lead, that's no bueno. I mean, literally, I mean, it has to drop in class. Needs a drop. What's amazing is you watch that race, right? But then all of a sudden they get easier competition, and all of a sudden these horses look like $1 million. I'm telling you, it's all about the competition you face. All about the competition you face. Okay, so we got Woodbine coming up, and we're live in the Pick 5. Anybody know what the Pick 5 is paying? $4, $5, $6, and $8. 4, 5, 6, and 8. Let's see. Churchill? Okay, hold on here. $260 to 7K. Okay. Churchill Downs. I like the EquinEdge long shot, the 3 confidence game. All right, I'm going to give you guys till the end of Woodbine race number 6, and then I got to go, guys. But we got about 12, 15 more minutes. Nothing really stands out here. Probably if one horse stood out to me, it would be the 10-horse Storm Army. 24%, had the rail last time out. Probably be that horse. The 3-horse had a rough trip last time out from the inside. Lost by 13 lengths. And how about this first-time starter? I mean, this horse, this is a nice work. It's one thing seeing nice works from the gate, but that's a nice work early on. Proved it from the gate as well. I would imagine that I like the 6-10-3. I like the EquinEdge picks. I know. I hate to leave you guys, but it's mine and Anna's birthday, and we're going to celebrate, and we've got a long drive ahead of us. Otherwise, I'd be hanging with you guys. But just want to see you guys. I want to see you hit at Woodbine and, of course, Gulfstream Park. I'll be following along as well at Gulfstream. Thank you, Van. Thank you all. Please like the show as well, and thank you all for your support and hanging. And I'm just so looking forward to releasing all the stuff that's going to be released by the end of the year. And you guys are going to be stoked, and it's going to bring a lot of energy. I can't wait for that. That's the most that's what pumps me up. What's up, Mark? I didn't see you in there. You snuck in there. So over at Woodbine, I just want to see 4, 5, 6, and 8. All right, 8 minutes before the race. Let's look at the payoffs. 4 pays 363, 2,250 for the 5, 283 to the 6, and the 8 is 665. So, I mean, either way, all good payouts. So let's get it in. Let's get that in. Hey, Bill, thank you. We are going, so we're in Fort Lauderdale now. We're going up to Naples. So it's about an hour and a half away. All right, coming onto the track over at Gulfstream Park. So the Gulfstream Park is a very interesting one. Thanks, Dan. Thank you so much. See you, Jay. Thank you very much. We'll see you. We'll see you next week. Okay. Don't forget, if you guys want to join the coaching class, it's every Thursday. We're changing the time to 1 o'clock Eastern time, and there's so much to learn on that. It's free. You can just go to EquinEdge.com and you can sign up for free. And those classes are a lot of fun. Thank you very much, Alan. Thank you so much. The coaching classes really help a lot. So what a good start, beating that even money favorite in the pick 6. That's a really, really good way to start. All right. So let's check out Gulfstream. So these are the horses. Big GSR on the 1. Okay. I can understand if you really like this 3 horse, and I'll tell you why. Look, 15 of 41, 8 of 24, 30 of 88 from the gate. That's perfect, right? Just cruising. Then they go and they get a bullet. I mean, and this is the EquinEdge long shot. I'm going to guess that this 3 horse Universal Hero can run. It's 6-1 right now, and it's the top win percentage. So I was talking to Justin earlier, and I know he really liked the horse. Thank you, Jotham. Thank you so much. Michael, same to you. And Greg, thank you. Jeff, thank you so much. I didn't like the 2 Lights of Broadway that much because I didn't like the 30 GSR. But I like the connections, so I decided to just throw the horse in there. Cacciatore, 5 of 26, 14 of 55 from the gate. I mean, there's some indications here that this horse can probably run. 25 of 116 That's not bad for a 2-year-old. 4 of 20. I mean, the horses run good from the gate. It's even from not running from the gate. It's done very well. So I would imagine that the 7's going to run a good race. Probably the 7's the horse to beat. Now, I threw in the 9, okay, because it's a first-time starter and we just don't know. That being said, most of the time I would throw him out because no, I take that back. Hold on, scratch. This is a mile and 16th. Mile and 70 yards on the synthetic, but we've already shown on the straightaway at Gulfstream Park on the dirt that those wide posts 9 and over just don't win 3.8% of the time. So you remember that, okay? That doesn't apply here. I take that back. Oh, excuse me. What the heck's all these yawns? All right, so we got, I think, unfortunately, Gulfstream and Woodbine are going to come on top of each other. By the way, too, you got a big GSR in the 1, okay? And you have good connections, Safi Joseph, Edgar Zayas. They are a jockey trainer combination of 32%. I mean, it's pretty darn good for 193 samples. At Woodbine, we're rooting for the 5 or 9 for sure. Five's realistic. Not really sure why we threw the 9 in there, honestly. Oh no, that's the 6th race. Hold on. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong one. I take that back. I'm sorry. 4, 5, 6, and 8. We're rooting for the 5. This horse has a look. This is not the worst looking long shot in the world, I can tell you that. 4, 5, 6, and 8. Okay. So they're on the synthetic over at Gulfstream Park. They're showing 1 minute to Woodbine, and they're always on time. Gulfstream Park is always they're not as bad as they used to be. Usually about 3-4 minutes past what they show.
The horses are at the gate. It's now post time. Lining up and moving in for race number 7. It begins the late pick 5 today. 2-year-olds around 2 turns. So there's lots of unknowns here. What is known as the favorite is the rail horse, Coal Miner's Kitten, a son of Kitten's Joy under jockey Edgar Zayas. Represented in here, the Live Oak Plantation with Universal Hero, Lights of Broadway in the colors of John Oxley, is Cacciatore. Going forward, Doc Ballard. He has race experience for Safi Joseph Jr., but the bettor's not involved with him much as he's 13-1, more than double the morning line. Tis a Duke. They've put in an amnestic. Shea on the Lamb.
4 goes
Waiting
in.
for Tigre and Ensign Skip. Ensign Skip.
All right, so we've got the
Macho
1, 2,
Jr.
3,
to the
7,
outside.
8, and 9 to move on in the pick 6.
They're at the post. And they're off. Another excellent beginning. From between horses, Cacciatore, ridden for the early lead. Tizaduke and Ensign Skip have speed. Anamnestic is next. Lights of Broadway wanted some early position. He shuffled to 5th early. Back to 6th is Universal Hero, together with Tigre. The trio at the back are Coal Miner's Kitten, Doc Ballard, and Shea on the lamb. And the run around the first turn, it's Ensign Skip, who was intent on getting to the top, and he's there now. Cacciatore has rail position while racing in 2nd. Tizaduke is now 3rd. Up to the outside, Tigre just claimed 4th from Anamnestic, who's back to 6th early is Lights of Broadway. Up to 7th goes Shea on the lamb. Universal Hero is 8th. 9th is Coal Miner's Kitten. And 10th and last is Doc Ballard as they continue to skirmish past the 5/8. At the rail, Edgar Perez and Cacciatore had no choice. They had to kick or they were going to lose their spot. So now they're in front with a mid-race move. Ensign Skip is alongside in 2nd. Tizaduke is 3rd. These top 3 trying to break away from the others. Up to the outside, Shea on the lamb. Tigre is next. 3 wide, Lights of Broadway. And then it's a gap of another 3 to Universal Hero. Coal Miner's Kitten has a lot to do while trying to warm to the task as they run to the top of the stretch. Ensign Skip on the outside. Cacciatore fighting back toward the rail. Tigre strides into 3rd. That's all for Tizaduke. Passed outside by Lights of Broadway. Really nothing running home much right now from the back as they straighten for home. Ensign Skip on the outside toward the
We're
rail.
going to need
Cacciatore,
some
they've
help
got a
here.
protracted
This 5
speed
is
rules are
coming.
out. Lights of Broadway has a shot at him, although he's shifting ground. That gives
My
Tigre a look. Here
God,
comes
that is
Tigre at
brutal.
8-1. He strides forward to take the lead. Tigre is the leader. Back to 2nd is trying to run home from the back. Here's Coal Miner's Kitten for a slice, but the winner
Tigre
is
gets the
Tigre
win,
by
5.
5 in the end. Cacciatore
Wow.
was 2nd, and 3rd was Ensign Skip, then Lights of Broadway.
And I don't know what happened over at Woodbine. Looks like the 6 horse got it, 2-1. And Gulfstream Park, that 5 horse. What the heck? That is such a drag. I did not see that 5. I know. Well, we got the pick 5. Unfortunately, in the pick 6, could not have seen that horse drop from 63 to a 51 GSR, stretching out. I just didn't see the horse. But I that was just a really poor race. 3 didn't run, 1 didn't run, 9 broke bad, broke last, 8 was in a perfect position, didn't run. 2 horse, I don't think liked the distance, and the 7 horse disappointed, the first time starter. So yeah, that horse was 15-1 loading into the gate. Yeah. So, all right, you guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate you joining me today. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend and kick butt today. Okay. Thanks again. We'll see you later.